I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Today's KSVIP. Well, I don't have a name for today, and I need your help. If you know someone who needs to be recognized for being a very special person, call right now, 746-2751. Ask for Tana and schedule a KSVIP. Your special someone will be recognized at this time all day long on their day, and they'll receive a flower courtesy of Lovebud Floral in Artesia. So call today and schedule your KSVIP.
Mowing my front lawn. I know they're all thinking I'm so white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. Can't you see I'm white and nerdy? Look at me, I'm white and nerdy. I wanna roll with the gangsters, but so far they all think I'm too white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. I'm just too white and nerdy. Really, really white and first time class there at MIT. Got skills, I'm a champion.
Hey, good morning, and welcome once again to the Good Morning Artesia radio show. It's Tuesday, September 27, 2022. Hope you're doing okay today. Twice now. Twice. I have gone to Roswell with the intent of moving a trailer and getting some things fixed in another. Twice I have had to come back to Artesia having failed at my task. I'm going to try again today. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It's just been kind of crazy. We're also working today, going to be getting set up for the Monday Night Football. I can't wait to see Jeffrey's pictures and the opening that he has created for the Monday Night Football coverage that we're going to do. Rec League 5th and 6th grade tackle football. Monday nights from J.C. Park. They schedule 2 tackle football games on Mondays, and we're going to stream them for you. So, yeah, that's going to be kind of cool. So if you've got brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, cousins, nieces, nephews, grandpas, grandmas, great-grandparents all over the planet there, they'll be able to watch their little ones attempt to play football, kind of like watching the Cowboys and the Gigantes last night. I didn't watch it. I listened to it on the radio, but how about a couple of teams that are like, why don't you win the game? No? Why don't you win the game? Nah, it's okay with me if you win the game. And Cowboys won. That's 2 games in a row, if I'm not mistaken, 2 games in a row that, is it 2 games now? The Cooper Rush has led the Cowboys to victory, 23-16. Giants take 2 body blows from Cowboys, a loss and an injury. This is the Associated Press story. dropping a hard-fought 23-16 decision to the rival Cowboys on Monday night to lose for the first time under new coach Brian Daboll hurt. What was worse came at the end of the game. Wide receiver Sterling Shepard, the Giants' longest tenured player and one of the key leaders on a young team, sustained a leg injury on New York's final play and did not look good. Shepard, who took a pay cut to come back this year, had to be carted off the field, and Daboll said there's a possibility the injury is very serious. So, anyway, Cowboys win 23-16, and that's good news for Dallas. As let's take a look at the standings through the first 3 weeks of the season. And the Eagles, as some people say, 3-0. Cowboys are now 2-1. The Gigantes fall to 2-1. The Washington, I don't know what the heck this word is. The Washington, is that how you spell Redskins now? Commanders. Is that the new politically correct way to spell Redskins? They're 1-2. The Washington Redskins, but it looks like it's spelled Commanders. Vikings and the Packers and the Bears, oh my, are at 2-1. Lions 1-2. Over in the NFC South, the Buccaneers 2-1. Everybody else is 1-2. Panthers, Saints, and Falcons. And in the NFC West, the LA Rams are 2-1. The Niners, Seahags, and Cardinals are 1-2. Over in the AFC, you've got the Dolphins at 3-0. The Bills at 2-1. Jets and Patriots at 1-2. Amazing. Browns and Ravens at 2-1. The Steelers and Bengals at 1-2. And then in the AFC South, a couple of teams with ties. Jacksonville's 2-1. The Colts are 1-1-1. The Titans are 1-2-0, and the Houston Texans have yet to win a game. They are 0-2-1. So you can kind of see how things are going in the NFL. The Cowboys are in the thick of it. Just would that be a half a game behind? How is that? If they're doesn't say games behind, but I would think that would be half a game. Anyway, the next up for the Cowboys, if I can get this app to work, is Sunday. They have the morning game on Sunday, and they're going to host the Washington Redskins. That's what they're looking at. The Washington Redskins are coming into Texas Stadium on Sunday to take on the Dallas Cowboys. So that's what's going on in the old NFL. Busy day today. A couple of volleyball games we're going to bring you on radio and TV tonight. Goddard is hosting Hobbs. That ought to be a pretty good one. That'll be at Ground Zero at Goddard High School. That'll be on the KSVP TV channel about 6:30 tonight. And then here on the radio and on the TV will be Artesia Volleyball at Roswell High. Is that correct? Let's see. White and Orange, Taylor, Grand Heights, JV. Yeah, JVB, JV, and varsity volleyball. Okay, that's what it is. It's the soccer game that got moved up. So, yeah, and that'll be, Joby and Robbie will be there. We'll have it on the radio. We'll have it on the TV. And that'll be around 6:30, 6:45 tonight on the KSVPs. So you got it. All right. Also on the show today, we're going to talk with the folks from Heirloom Acres. They're getting all ready to go. Opening weekend, I think, is this weekend, as they are open on the weekends in October. So we'll have the Heirloom Acres show. We'll have Chamber Chat, and then we're going to finish up the show today talking about Red Dirt Black Gold, which is also this weekend here in Artesia. So that's going to be pretty exciting. And Artesia Recreation League, I just got them booked for Thursday. They're going to be on Thursday, so that's what we got there. Let's see, Thursday's the 29th. Can you believe it's already October? Coming up this weekend? That's just crazy. 8:30. I don't know if we can contain Louis to 15 minutes. It'll be a challenge, but we'll give it a shot. That'll be on Thursday at 8:15. We still have a couple other folks we're going to get booked before the week is up. Met with our Roswell video producer yesterday, Tanner Todd. He's got a busy weekend. He's got, there's a Longhorn Cattle Show that's going to take place at the Eastern New Mexico State Fairgrounds, actually at the Bob Crosby Arena, which is on the north end of that property. There's the Bob Crosby Arena, and then kind of in front of it is the baseball park, and then to the south of that is the fairgrounds. And there's a youth Longhorn Cattle Show on Friday, and then there's the adult or the older kid or whatever Longhorn Cattle Show on Saturday. We're going to stream those. We, KC and the Sunshine Band, got our internets over at the Bob Crosby Arena yesterday. And so we're going to be showing that Friday and Saturday. And then the very first livestock show of the Eastern New Mexico State Fair is Saturday. There's a dairy, let's see what it is, because it's up on the KSVP TV page. That was the other thing we were working on. We were updating the KSVP TV page to add the Longhorn Cattle Show and the Eastern New Mexico State Fair to the buttons at the very top of the page. And so the very first show from the Eastern New Mexico State Fair is the Dairy Goat Show, and that'll be at 10 a.m. on Saturday. So the button is there for the Longhorn Cattle Show. We just haven't scheduled the Friday event just yet, but that'll pop up there later today. And we've got to add all the other ball games that we're going to be doing. For example, the Artesia at Roswell volleyball. We've got to get that added to the channel, and some of the other stuff that we're doing there. So yeah, KSVPTV.com. Check it out. That's where you'll find all of our streaming stuff. YouTube, KSVP TV on the YouTubes. That's where you'll find a lot of our stuff too. So, good place to go. I've got to update some of the location of some of the video clips on that. Haven't messed with it for a couple of weeks. Been kind of busy with some things. Be nice just to sit down and do nothing but do web work, wouldn't it? But can't do that. All right, let's get started. See what kind of weather we're going to be enjoying throughout the day today. Is it ever going to cool down to be fall-like weather? Let's see.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Low pressure east of the mountains, and that'll keep things dry for our area for the next few days. Daytime highs will be a little bit more comfortable, but still pretty warm. We're looking for upper 80s today and a lot of sunshine. Overnight will be clear. We'll cool off to the mid-50s, and then we're in the upper 80s with a sunny day coming up on Wednesday and again Thursday. Fair Friday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
All right, Steve-O. What do we have right now? I'm answering questions via the texting device. I didn't realize how expensive it is to get a little device that will let you text. Like this one I have here, this texting device that I have, it's like 3 years old, going on 4 years old. And it, cost over $1,000 just to be able to send and receive text. There's got to be a cheaper way to do that. Sunny and 58 here in Artesia. Sunny conditions will continue all day and pretty calm winds. And it looks like we're going to be in the mid to upper 80s for a while, which is nice. And sunshine for a while. So ought to be great weather for football Friday night, the start of the Eastern New Mexico State Fair activities, the red dirt, black gold, all that exciting stuff. It all should be just great weather this weekend. The humidity is at 75%. The winds are out of the south at 2. The pressure is 30.14 and edging upwards. Our air quality index is 55. We have moderate air quality. Sunset at 6:47, sunrise at 6:49. Around the region, lots of sunshine, 59 in Carlsbad and Roswell and in Hobbs. Is it 59 everywhere? 58 here. We always have to be different in Artesia, don't we? All around the state of New Mexico, sunny, 56 in Albuquerque, 52 in Santa Fe, 48 in Cloudcroft, 49 in Ruidoso, 58 in Las Cruces, 51 in Farmington, 42 at Red River, 57 in Clovis. West Texas, sunny and 58 in Lubbock, 63 in El Paso. And again, here in Artesia, sunshine, 58 degrees. Weather's looking good. What's it looking like east of town? That's looking good. Looking back over Artesia, it's pretty cool. All right, lunch menus today. Artesia Public Schools, apple muffin for breakfast. Lunch today, chicken nuggets, French fries, baby carrots, and diced peaches. So it's chicken nuggets at the Artesia schools in the lunchrooms around the district. Senior meal site today, chili relleno, garden salad, pinto beans, a tortilla, and cantaloupe. I'm not a big fan of cantaloupe. You can have mine. Chili relleno today at the senior meal site. At the Artesia Senior Center, Commission on Aging, 202 West Chisholm. It is exercise video at 8:15. Woodworking at 9:30. Line dancing at 9:30. Hand and foot. Card game at 10 o'clock. Ceramics at 1 o'clock. Sewing at 1 o'clock. Poker, 2 o'clock. The exercise video at 4. And Tuesday evening, stained glass class. That'll be tonight at 6:30. Don't forget on Friday, this would be good. Red Dirt Black Gold is Saturday. Friday, they're having a Western dance class at the Senior Center Friday night at 6:30. So you might want to go brush up on your Western dance skills ahead of the Red Dirt Black Gold Festival on Saturday. Public Library today, story time is at 10 o'clock. That's for the preschoolers, 3 to 5. Stories and language activities along with STEM learning, crafts, music, and social playtime. About an hour. 10 o'clock today. 2 o'clock today, Dungeons and Dragons. Each week, join the library group of players who go on imaginary quests led by a dungeon master. He's better known as Abed. It's the ultimate in immersive storytelling for adults. Today, 2 o'clock. And then Family History Night is tonight. Explore your family tree, branch or twig, whichever it may be. Using Family Search and other programs, volunteer partners will walk you through the program and assist you in furthering your search into your past. That'll be at 6:30 tonight at the Artesia Public Library. Don't forget, on Saturday at the Red Dirt Black Gold Festival, library will have a kids zone in the Heritage Walkway from 5 to 7 p.m. So you can meet some of the library folks and be a good place to let the kids run around while you watch them and let them wear themselves out so that they can take a nap while you enjoy the main acts at the Red Dirt Black Gold Saturday night. Birthdays. We've got Nora Sanchez has a birthday today, Raymond Gonzalez, Donald Wolfer, and Stephanie Posey celebrating birthdays today. Happy birthday to Nora, Raymond, Donald, and Stephanie. School calendar today, HJHS, 8th grade white-orange volleyball at Taylor, 4:30 and 5:30 today. Grand Heights Go Bulldog book presentation with Paul Menifee. Don't know what time that is, but it is today. JV varsity volleyball at Roswell High. JVB at 4:30, JV at 5:30, varsity around 6:30. Radio and TV coverage here on KSVP and KSVPTV.com if you can't make it up to Roswell today. Varsity girls soccer, there's a time change. The School calendar has it correct based on the email that I received yesterday. And here it is. 4 p.m. So, yep, I got the note here from Lou, and it's on the school calendar. Varsity girls soccer at Portales. That's now at 4 p.m. Ned's Mindset Mission Assembly. We talked a little bit about that last week with our administrator folks. That'll be at 9 a.m., and that will be at Yucca. Ned's Mindset Mission Assembly, 9 o'clock today. Zia football game at 4 o'clock this afternoon. And 8th grade Orange football will be on the road at Roswell at 6 o'clock. So those are your school activities on the calendar today. A lot of stuff going on. Hope you find something to do. All right, let's take the first break of the hour. We'll see what else is happening when we come back. Good morning on the Good Morning Artesia radio show. Glad you're here.
The VA reports 149,756 military veterans living here in New Mexico. What doesn't get reported much are steps to improve their quality of life and honor their service. Did you know that major improvements are coming to our only long-term skilled nursing home for New Mexico veterans? Back in July, Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham announced $60 million for upgrades and new home-like residences at the state's Veterans Home in Tier C. And she cut New Mexico's income tax on military retirement for the next 5 years. She's invested millions of dollars towards veteran cemeteries, a new Vietnam memorial wall, and towards the construction of a new Navajo Code Talkers Museum and Veterans Center in New Mexico. And she approved major upgrades to the Baton Memorial Park near Silver City this year, too. As the daughter of a military veteran, Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham is a champion of New Mexico vets they can count on. Let's keep her.
Paid for by New Mexicans for Michelle.
Approved by Michelle Lujan Grisham.
In volatile times, it's natural to worry about your retirement.
Hon, I'm worried about our retirement account.
With today's economy, it just makes sense to keep your retirement money close to home with people you know. We have several guaranteed safe options. Peace of mind with retirement savings. It just makes sense. Western Bank of Artesia. Member FDIC. It just makes sense.
Prepare for the scare. The City of Roswell presents Night of the Living Zoo, October 28th and 29th at the Spring River Zoo, with spooktastic fun for the whole family, including carnival games, a bouncing castle, carousel, and of course, trick-or-treating with lots of candy. Wear your Halloween costumes and prepare for the affair of the spooky season. Admission is only $5. Kids 3 and under are free. Get tickets and more info at roswell-connect.com. Night of the Living Zoo, October 28th and 29th at the Spring River Zoo in Roswell. See you there.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin & Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin & Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin & Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
Good morning, this is Smiley Wooten at the Roswell Livestock Auction. 1,133 head of cattle sold on Monday on an uneven to lower market with excellent buyer attendance compared to last week, and a down futures board, and buyers paying close attention to weaned and unweaned calves, stocker steers so steady, heifer mates 5 to 8 lower, feeder cattle steady to 5 lower, packer cows and bulls $3 to $5 lower, 3 to 400 pound steers $230, $234, 3 to 400 pound heifers $170, $177, 4 to 500 pound steers $186, $234, 4 to 500 pound heifers $169, $170, 5 to 600 pound steers $179, $186, 5 to 600 pound heifers $157, $169, 6 700 pound steers $160, $179, 6 700 pound heifers $150, $157, 7 800 pound steers $154, $160, 7 800 pound heifers $135, $135 to $150, packer cows $77 to $85.50, canner and cutter cows $68 to $75, packer bulls $95 to $1, feeder bulls $76 to $85, top half the cow calf pairs $1,250 to $1,350 per pair, In the bread cows not well tested this week, we do appreciate the business, and we'll talk to you next Monday morning. This is Smiley Wooten, Roswell Livestock Auction.
Hey, welcome back on the Good Morning Artesia radio show. Jeffrey and I were just kind of talking about all the stuff we have to do coming up. We mentioned also you've got a few days left in the month of September to take advantage of the free library card at the Artesia Public Library. Visitors can sign up for a new card for everyone in your family, renew your library card, or replace a lost or damaged card, and they're waiving the replacement fee if it's a lost or damaged replacement or renewal. So, and then they're going to have a drawing amongst all the people that get library cards that got them in the month of September, so you can win a prize. You can still stop by the Ocotillo before Friday and see the artwork of Oscar Hernandez, which is on display in the lobby of the Ocotillo. And they're doing Art in the Park sign-ups. 746-4212, 575-746-4212. Today is the next Mom's Life Artesia meeting at Faith Baptist Church. 8:30 child care check-in. 8:45 to 10:45 is the meeting. They'll have a meeting today, the 27th, and coffee. Bring a breakfast item to share, but you'll get coffee. Speakers, live or via video, learn how from and give us ideas. Small groups make deep connections with other moms. Crafts, enjoy uninterrupted time to be creative. So Mom's Life is today for the last meeting in September. Stacy Turner is your contact, 505-419-1697. 505-419-1697 for Stacy. Yeah, I don't know who that is that has 575 in that number. I don't know that person. Tomorrow, Wednesday, September 28th, they're going to have high school career fair at Artesia High School, 12:30 to 2:30. It's the second annual career fair. And they're going to be in the parking lots and lawn areas around the front of the high school campus on Richardson. So the Chamber's putting this on. If you haven't yet reserved your spot, get a hold of Haley over at the Chamber, 575-746-2744. And I think we're going to be there. I think I'm supposed to drag the trailer out, Jeffrey, and set up some radio and a couple cameras and stuff to kind of show the kids what we do now in broadcasting. Blood drive. Vitalant has a blood drive tomorrow, Thursday. No, that's not tomorrow. Thursday, September 29th. Tomorrow's Wednesday, so this is Thursday. They'll be at the Vitalant offices in Roswell, number 3 Grand Avenue Plaza, 2 to 5:30. So if you'd like to donate blood, call or text Stephanie, 575-840-8178. Deadline to get your general exhibits. They are due at the Eastern New Mexico State Fairgrounds on Friday from 8 to 11 a.m. That's when the inside general exhibits will be accepted at the fairgrounds. Friday morning, busy day. If you'd like to help, be a helper, get a hold of the folks at the fairgrounds and say, I want to be a helper on Friday. Extra hands are always appreciated. This is the last opportunity to see the Fashionable Founding Fathers exhibit at the Artesia Historical Museum and Arts Center. And that'll be 10 to 1 and 2 to 4 through Friday. And then they'll start working on the next big exhibit there. So you can see that through Friday. Red Dirt Black Gold, we mentioned, is this Saturday. There's a green chili cook-off at 5:30 p.m. And then, of course, some great musical entertainment. Heirloom Acres opens up, let's see, weekends in October. So I think Saturday, 10 to 8 is the opening day, Sunday 2 to 8, and then Fridays in October, 6 to 9. So that's east of town on the Lovington Highway. So yeah, that looks like what we've got going on this week to finish out the month of September. A lot of exciting stuff There's always something to do. Of course, you can always just sit around, stare at the computer screen, and eat ice cream. You can do that, too. We'll see what else is happening in the news next.
And now for your Pecos Valley News Update. I'm Jared Sorello. We begin with a traffic alert for you as work begins on Avenue D in Lovington. New Mexico 83 in Lovington will be closed entirely through the month of December. Businesses will need to utilize their secondary entrances for business and employment. During the road closure, they will be installing the storm drain and manholes, which have a depth of up to 10 feet. The road closure is to protect the pedestrian traffic, driving motorists, and the construction crews during the day and night. The Eastern New Mexico State Fair is coming soon to Roswell. This year, the fair is celebrating its centennial year. It started in 1922 as the Cotton Carnival. The purpose of the fair was to exhibit the agriculture of the Pecos Valley, especially cotton production. The fair runs this year October 3rd through 8th, with Monday's parade kicking off everything at 11 a.m. For more details and a complete schedule, go online to enmsf.com. You're up to date. I'm Jared Sorello reporting.
What's in a name or reputation to bring you service and quality? What's in a name?
At Lowell's Pharmacy, we're ready with your flu shot. Flu shots prevent millions of illnesses and flu-related doctor's visits every year. Getting the flu shot has been shown to reduce the risk of having to go to the doctor with flu by 40 to 60%. So take time to visit Lowell's Pharmacy in Artesia and get your flu shot.
It's time for the Eddy County Sports Report. Let's talk some volleyball, shall we? We've got a couple games going on tonight for Artesia. Things are going along swimmingly until a visit to Rio Rancho this past weekend at the Rio Rancho Jamboree. Artesia lost on Saturday 3-0 to Cleveland and then 3-0 to Goddard. Artesia is now 8-4 overall and will be playing at Roswell High tonight. Roswell is 9-5. Roswell is at that same Rio Rancho tournament. Artesia will get a chance to atone for that trip by going back there again this weekend. Friday at Rio Rancho and then Saturday at Cleveland. Meanwhile, tonight you've got Carlsbad playing at Alamogordo. The Cave Girls are 4-9 overall. This starts at 6 o'clock. Alamogordo is 2-8 on the season. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at KSVP Radio AM 990.
Today, a reminder of how far we've come in tech since the 1960s. I'm Kim Commando, brought to you by T-Mobile. Their advanced network now goes farther than ever before. Visit T-Mobile.com/55 today. The 1960s was the decade that changed everything. Color TVs became common. Transistor radios with a single earphone were everywhere. Most people alive today have never seen one. The more transistors, the better the radio. A 12-transistor radio was top of the line. All of this brings me to Apple's new AirPods Pro 2, their best ever noise-canceling earbuds. They have twice the noise-canceling ability of their predecessor and arguably the best on the market. How did Apple do it? Their new H2 processor with 12 million microscopic transistors inside all work to sort out what's noise from what you actually want to hear. Viewing it all from the 60s and 12 transistor radios, AirPods Pro 2 would seem like science fiction. Get my new daily podcast for tech news and advice called Kim Commando today.
Here's a question. Is there anything that matters more than the safety of you and your loved ones? Of course not. So isn't it strange that not all home security companies truly put you first? Old school home security companies set you up with outdated technology, overcharge you for service, and lock you into binding multi-year contracts. That's why I use and trust SimpliSafe Home Security. SimpliSafe protects you with cutting-edge security technology powered by 24/7 professional monitoring agents who always have your back. SimpliSafe blankets your home in protection with advanced sensors for every room, window, and door. Their monitoring experts use proprietary advanced response technology to visually confirm when a break-in is real. Customize the perfect system for your home in just a few minutes at simplysafekim.com. Go today and claim a free indoor security camera plus 20% off with interactive monitoring. That's simplysafekim.com. Once again, that address, simplysafekim.com.
Turpinning & Son Mortuary of Artesia presents a listing of today's obituaries. We do not have any announcements to share with you today. This listing has been presented as a service by Turpinning and Son Mortuary of Artesia, where we make it personal. How about a personal weather forecast, Steve? What's it going to be like today?
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Low pressure east of the mountains, and that'll keep things dry for our area for the next few days. Daytime highs will be a little bit more comfortable, but still pretty warm. We're looking for upper 80s today and a lot of sunshine. Overnight will be clear. We'll cool off to the mid-50s, and then we're in the upper 80s with a sunny day coming up on Wednesday and again Thursday. Fair Friday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
I bet you are. Sunshine, 59 out there, which is rather pleasant, I would think. Our humidity, 72%. The dew point is 50. Winds are fairly calm out of the south at 2. We've got pressure, 30.15 and edging upwards. Our air quality index is 55. We have moderate air quality. Got up to 84 yesterday for the high. 51 the overnight low. 1 year ago, 88 the high, 59 the low. So clearly, what we're doing to fight climate change is working, because we dropped the temperature 4 degrees in 1 year. Keep up the good work, folks. Minimum 4-inch soil temps are between 73 and 74 degrees. Sunset, 7:47. Sunrise at 6:49. Around the region, sunshine, 60 in Carlsbad and Roswell, 61 in Hobbs, America. Around New Mexico, sunny and 57 in Albuquerque, 54 in Santa Fe, 49 in Cloudcroft, 50 at Ruidoso, 59 in Las Cruces, 52 in Farmington, 43 at Red River, 59 in Clovis and in West Texas, 60 in sunny in Lubbock, 64 in El Paso, again here in Artesia, sunshine and 59 degrees. What are your favorite pumpkin spice items? Pumpkin spice season is going on right now. There are some items that you may want to try that are new this year. Dairy Queen Pumpkin Pie Blizzard Treat. Jell-O Pumpkin Spice Instant Pudding and Pie Filling. Krispy Kreme Pumpkin Spice Donuts. Pumpkin Spice Oreos. White House Station Pumpkin Spice Habanero. Don't know what that is. I have to check that out. Here's some stuff that you wonder what the heck they're thinking of when they put pumpkin spice in it. We've got Burt's Bees Pumpkin Spice Lip Balm. Glade Spray Pumpkin Spice Things Up. Would you actually spray that in your house? Native Pumpkin Spice Latte Deodorant. Start working up a sweat, and all of a sudden you... And, of course, you might want to try this before the season ends. Pumpkin Spice Nissin Cup Noodles. Noodles can't be good unless they taste like pumpkin spice, right? That's what we've got going on. I wonder what... I wonder if there's anything else that is a popular product that we ought to put pumpkin spice in. Is there such a thing, and maybe as pumpkin spice pot? I don't know. We'll have to check and see if that's been infested with it. Let's see what's happening on the Wall Street Business Report.
Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander. President Biden wants consumers to see a more complete price on airline tickets, including baggage and change fees, before they buy, as the White House continues to search for ways to lower costs for Americans amid persistently high inflation. The White House says the proposed rule from the Transportation Department will prevent airlines from hiding the true cost of airline tickets. Top U.S. insurance companies and associations say California is risking a crisis in the nation's largest automobile insurance market by refusing to approve any rate increases for more than 2 years. The companies already are cutting back and say they can't continue operating at a loss. And the head of the European Central Bank, Christine Lagarde, said Monday that the economic outlook is darkening, and she expects business activity to slow substantially in the coming months as high energy and food prices pushed up by the war in Ukraine sap consumer spending power. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
The VA reports 149,756 military veterans living here in New Mexico. What doesn't get reported much are steps to improve their quality of life and honor their service. Did you know that major improvements are coming to our only long-term skilled nursing home for New Mexico veterans? Back in July, Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham announced $60 million for upgrades and new home-like residences at the state's Veterans Home in Tier C. And she cut New Mexico's income tax on military retirement for the next 5 years. She's invested millions of dollars towards veteran cemeteries, a new Vietnam memorial wall, and towards the construction of a new Navajo Code Talkers Museum and Veterans Center in New Mexico. And she approved major upgrades to the Baton Memorial Park near Silver City this year, too. As the daughter of a military veteran, Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham is a champion of New Mexico vets they can count on. Let's keep her.
Paid for by New Mexicans for Michelle.
Approved by Michelle Lujan Grisham.
As farmers and ranchers, we're here for each other when times get tough. We talk about the weather, the markets, and the increasing costs of getting by that make our way of life challenging.
But let's also be there for each other during the struggles we don't always talk about. It's okay to open up about farm stress. You're not alone. A healthy farm or ranch is nothing without a healthy you.
Find resources to start the conversation on mental health at Here to Help NM.
Sponsored by the National Institute of Food and Agriculture through the New Mexico Farm and Ranch Stress Assistance Network.
Welcome to Answers with Ken Ham, presented by the Coalition of Christians for Biblical Creation and Harvest Fellowship. CCBC is an interdenomination coalition of Christians from Artesia who believe that the account of origins presented in the Genesis is a simple but factual presentation of actual events and provides reliable basis for man's worldview and a framework for scientific investigation into the question of the origin and history of life. Answers with Ken Ham is brought to you by Harvest Fellowship at 2307 West Main in Artesia. To learn more about Harvest Fellowship, call Pastor Ronnie Williams at 746-6195. Now, today's Answers with Ken Ham, presented by Harvest Fellowship, 2307 West Main in Artesia.
Mud rocks in just minutes? This is Ken Ham, author of the new devotional commentary, Creation to Babel. If you put dirt in a jar of water and shake it up, you'll notice the large particles like sand settle first. Now it's followed by the smaller ones and finally the mud particles. These mud particles are often flat and thin, so they take the longest to settle. Now around the world there are mud rock layers hundreds of feet thick. Now shouldn't it take millions of years for these layers to form? That was what geologists thought until experiments showed that in rapidly moving water, mud rock forms in just minutes. Mud rocks, like most of Earth's rocks, were formed during the year-long global flood. That's when a lot of rapidly flowing water covered the whole globe.
There's so much more to discover about geology, the age of the Earth, and the truth of God's Word at AnswersRadio.com. You can listen to this program again at AnswersRadio.com.
So I'm looking over some different pumpkin spice things because it's the pumpkin spice season. And PETA has a pumpkin spice product list. I don't know, Jeffrey, if this is important to you. PETA. And so this may either help you make a decision on what to buy or what not to buy, depending on your intent on this. Califia Farms Pumpkin Spice Oat Barista Blend. They grind up leftover baristas from that coffee shop. They grind all that up and they mix it with, I don't know. Abe's Pumpkin Spice Muffins. Something about the name Abe. I'm just wondering what else is in the muffins. They're vegan muffins. So, again, these are PETA pumpkin spice suggestions that you may want to run out and buy at your neighborhood PETA store or the PETA section of your neighborhood grocery store. Nut Pods pumpkin spice creamer made from coconut cream and almonds. Coconut cream and almonds. So if you want to have some pumpkin spice creamer, there's nut pods. Believe it or not, there is pumpkin spice Cheerios. I never was a big fan of Cheerios. And they're okay. If that's all you have, I'll eat Cheerios. But pumpkin spice Cheerios. Again, these are suggestions from PETA. If you need a pumpkin spice fix. Nature's Path pumpkin spice waffles. These are gluten-free waffles. Some folks can't eat gluten. That's a good thing. It's not a good thing that they can't eat. It's a good thing their products are available for gluten-free people. That's what I'm trying to say. The Republic of Tea's pumpkin spice black tea. Ooh. If lattes aren't your thing, this delicious pumpkin spice tea will help warm your cold hands this fall without hurting any animals. Remember, this list is from PETA. Larabar, is that how you pronounce that? The A has the 2 dots on it. I'm not sure if that's Norwegian or what that is. Spice up your gym snacks by packing a pumpkin pie Larabar, something like that. Tazo pumpkin spice chai. There you go. Lenny and Larry's pumpkin spice complete cookie. Again, Lenny and Larry. Just what makes it a complete cookie, Lenny and Larry? What else have you put in the cookie other than pumpkin spice? Dandy's all natural pumpkin flavored marshmallows. And they've got a recipe on how to make pumpkin s'mores using vegan graham crackers, vegan chocolate, and these delicious pumpkin flavored marshmallows. Vegan chocolate is out there now. Here's more of this Califia Farms pumpkin spice latte, 48 ounces of vegan pumpkin spice latte in a bottle. Heaven is calling. Hello? Hello? PETA gave me your number, said I should call. Silk pumpkin spice almond creamer. So that may be good for some folks. There's spiced pumpkin pie Cliff Bar. Basically, this is pumpkin pie in your pocket, is what PETA says. Maxine's Heavenly Pumpkin Pecan Spice Cookies. Pumpkin and pecan? Okay, we officially have a soft spot in our hearts for these sweet treats. Maxine's. I've got the picture of it here. I'm looking at it. Of the cookies. They have a picture of the package and then 2 of the cookies sitting on a plate. And I don't know if I would call those appetizing looking. I think they remind me of something else. So I'm just thinking of the names of the PETA-approved vegan products. You got Maxine, you got Lenny and Larry, and then you got Abe, Lenny and Larry, and Maxine. Laird Superfood Pumpkin Spice Creamer. Superfood, huh? So, yeah. So, now this is off the PETA website here. Why do vegans eat food that looks like meat? I'm going to click on that only because that's always been kind of curious to me. If you're anti-meat or you're vegan, why would you want to eat something that looks and tastes like meat? In other words, what's the purpose of Beyond Meat? Do you want a hamburger that bad that you want to have a meat patty that cooks up and kind of sort of tastes like meat? I mean, if you're a vegan, wouldn't you want to have a mushroom burger or something like that? Make a burger but use something other than meat. What is it that you want to have a, why do you want to have meat in there? Let's see. Meatless meat can make going vegan even easier. Let's see. Food brings us together. Yeah. Put it simply, it's fun and it tastes great. Really? Let's see. Vegans stop eating meat to spare animal suffering and exploitation. Okay, we know that. It's speciest. Is that a word? Speciest? To eat another sentient being's flesh. Our fellow animals aren't here for humans to eat. It's wrong to breed them, deprive them of a life worth living, and then kill them to satisfy our urges. That's what PETA says. After going vegan, people may still crave some of the animal-derived foods they're familiar with, since our taste buds can take time to adjust. Vegan meats, non-dairy milk, and other vegan products can help bridge the gap and make it easier to enjoy the same flavors without harming animals. When a Beyond Burger tastes the same as eating a burger made of cow flesh, we know there's no reason to continue eating anything that the individual suffered and died for. The individual? The individual eating the hamburger didn't. That's the individual in this conversation, right? Are they calling the animal an individual? I've not really spent a whole lot of time on PETA websites. I just thought it was kind of interesting that PETA had a series of pumpkin spice products that you might love or hate. And I just thought I'd, put those out there. Let's see. What are some of the weird pumpkin spice items? Yeah, well, I like the pumpkin spice drinks. I will try. I'll try different pumpkin spice items from different establishments. Everybody has their own take on it, but I don't know that I get too carried away with the pumpkin spice on other food items. Kind of like green chili. New Mexico, we put green chili in everything. And there are certain things that green chili is just fantastic for, because it's a flavor enhancer. And, like I can't imagine having scrambled eggs without green chili. Burritos, breakfast burritos with green chili. A hamburger without green chili is just odd to me. But then there's things that I don't care for the green chili, like green chili beer. I'm not a big fan of that. Lana says she saw Kellogg's pumpkin spice frosted flakes. Does that sound delicious to you? Pumpkin spice frosted flakes? It seems a little odd to me to have that, but that's what we're looking at. Let's see here. I think that's what we're looking at. Getting some text. We're working on getting the internets out at the J.C. Park for broadcasting of the Monday night football games. And so our tech is there, and we're trying to figure out where to put the internet antenna so that we've got internets out at the J.C. Park. Anyway, pumpkin spice cookies make sense, I guess. Pumpkin spice drinks. A lot of people enjoy the pumpkin spice drinks. Pumpkin pie. I'm a big fan of pumpkin pie. You like pumpkin pie? I like pumpkin pie. But I don't know about pumpkin spice soft drinks or beers. It seems a little odd to me. Anyway, it is pumpkin spice season, so there's plenty of goodness to enjoy and go around for everybody. Hope you find something delicious to enjoy. But I wouldn't worry too much about the PETA suggestions. Some of them sound okay. I'm just kind of curious as to what else is in Abe's and Lenny and Louie's Lenny and Larry's cookies and brownies and stuff. I'm just kind of curious if they've added anything else in addition to the pumpkin spice. 8 o'clock hour, Chamber Chat coming up in the 8 o'clock hour. This is KSVP Artesia.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis on one of the biggest threats posed by Hurricane Ian.
We're looking at really, really major storm surge up and down the west coast of Florida.
Ian projected to make landfall tomorrow morning in the Tampa Bay area, possibly roaring ashore as a powerful Category 4 storm.
There's certain things we can protect against in terms of the wind and the structures, and we've got great building codes. But when you have 5 to 10 feet of storm surge, that is not something that you want to be a part of.
That's why DeSantis says it's crucial for people to heed evacuation advisories and orders. Ian could impact interior parts of the state, too. The storm may cross Florida, exiting in the Atlantic.
You could absolutely see power outages. You could see inland flooding. You could see various types of tree and damage from wind. So just be prepared for that.
This may be a storm the likes of which the Tampa Bay area hasn't seen in 100 years. Right now, the Category 3 hurricane is hammering Cuba. Well, the decline in gas prices was short-lived. AAA says pump prices have risen 8 cents a gallon in the past week, now averaging $3.75.
The American Automobile Association says the main reason is higher regional prices on the West Coast and the Midwest due to refinery issues ranging from planned maintenance to a fire. And while gasoline demand has decreased, tight supply and fluctuating oil prices have increased prices. The current national average is about 11 cents less than a month ago, but 56 cents higher than a year ago, and much more than gasoline cost when Donald Trump was in the White House. Ken Lorman reporting.
The Dow looking to exit bear market territory. Right now, the blue chip's up 190 points. More on these stories, townhall.com.
Charlie Dombeck here from Key City Capital. As a practicing CPA for nearly 30 years, I have found that 80% of your ability to grow your wealth is dependent upon 2 factors: taxes and investment performance. At Key City Capital, we improve investment performance by diversifying capital into off-market investment opportunities in passive rental real estate and alternatives like asset-backed lending. We recover dollars that clients unnecessarily pay in the form of income taxes, creating a lifetime annuity of savings. We are a sponsor of passive, affordable single and multifamily residential rental investments, which are located in Sunbelt landlord-friendly states. These investments are the top choices in a rising interest rate and inflationary environment. They represent a store of value, protecting your capital from market volatility. Learn how we at Key City Capital can help you ultimately grow your wealth rapidly. Connect with me at keycitycapital.com or give me a call at 817-912-1569.
The British pound has found its footing in Asian trading after plunging to a record low.
The stabilization comes as the Bank of England and the British government try to soothe markets nervous about a volatile UK economy. The instability is having real-world impacts, with several British mortgage lenders withdrawing deals amid concern that interest rates may soon rise sharply. The pound was trading at around $1.08 on Tuesday morning. On Monday, it plunged to under $1.04.
Correspondent Jeremy House. 5 days after Russian President Putin announced a partial mobilization to call up hundreds of thousands of men to fight in Ukraine, the move triggering protests across Russia, a fearful exodus of men of fighting age from the country, and acts of violence. A gunman opened fire at an enlistment office in a Siberian city, seriously wounding a military commandant. News and analysis, townhall.com. The CDC making a major change in its COVID policy.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention no longer recommend universal masking in healthcare settings unless the facilities are in areas of high COVID transmission. The update was published late Friday afternoon, a major departure from the agency's previous recommendation for universal masking. Meanwhile, the Canadian government is dropping its mask mandate on planes October 1st. Government officials say they're also dropping the vaccine requirement for people entering the country. That will happen at the end of the month. And they also say they will end random COVID-19 testing at airports. Tasha Stevens reporting.
A NASA spacecraft has rammed an asteroid, a first-of-its-kind test. to see if a potentially menacing space rock could be knocked off course. This occurred with a harmless asteroid some 7 million miles from Earth. Townhall.com.
I know what you're expecting to hear right now, the announcement of today's KSVIP. Well, I don't have a name for today, and I need your help. If you know someone who needs to be recognized for being a very special person, call right now, 746-2751. Ask for Tana and schedule a KSVIP. Your special someone will be recognized at this time all day long on their day, and they'll receive a flower courtesy of Lovebud Floral in Artesia. So call today and schedule your KSVIP.
They see me mowing my front lawn. I know they're all thinking I'm so white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. Can't you see I'm white and nerdy? Look at me, I'm white and nerdy. I wanna roll with the gangsters, but so far they all think I'm too white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. I'm just too white and nerdy. Really, really white and
First in my class there at MIT. Got skills, I'm a champion of D&D. MC Escher, that's my favorite MC. Keep your 40 out, just have an Earl Grey tea. My rims never spin, to the contrary. You'll find that they're quite stationary. All of my action figures are cherry. Stephen Hawking's in my library. My MySpace page is all totally pinned.
In the process of sending out a text, working on this weekend stuff, on the brand, to feed our video encoder. Thanks. Okay, there it is. It's off. It's off. So we'll see what happens with all that. Hey, we are getting ready for the 8 o'clock hour. We've got our chamber chats coming up in this hour, and there's a lot going on around town. We've got the red dirt, black gold is the main thing. There's other activities that will be coming up. Balloons and Tunes is coming up in early November, I think, first weekend in November. And we're going to be helping out with some of that. And that's going to be a lot of fun. I got we've had a few good comments that people have posted. We streamed the prayer walk that was held on Sunday afternoon out around City Hall. If you missed it, did not get a chance to watch it, you can go to a couple of places. You can go to KSVP TV on the YouTubes and click on, let's see, did it show up on there? When did I do that? I did those Saturday night. Dr. Yang, Victory Life, Barking Guy, one of two. Let's see, did it show up on that channel? I'll have to check and see. Anyway, it's on our Facebook page. I know that. Some people have commented on it there. And I think I did get, yeah, here it is. If you go to KSVP TV on the YouTubes, True United Prayer Crosswalk is there. So you can check it out there. I love the picture that Jeffrey had for the Christina Mann, the bee lady. So that looked pretty cool yesterday. But yeah, we break out. It's kind of like podcasting. It is podcasting. What the heck? We ought to call it what it is. Podcasting. But all of our interview segments at the end of the show here and in Roswell, Tanner in Roswell, Jeffrey here, we trim up and break out all of our interview segments, and then we post them to the Facebook page. We post them to the YouTube channel. We post them to the KSVP TV channel. And you go to ksvptv.com, click on the day's broadcast that you think the interview was or that the interview was on, and then you'll see the listing of the interviews that are there. We did that on the football game. You can go to the football game from this past Friday night in Lovington, and I've got 8 or 9 highlight clips up there that you can go back and watch. And we've been sharing those on Facebook, and thank you so much. Some of those clips are really, really popular and are getting thousands and thousands of views. And we appreciate that. Coming up Friday night, we've got 3 football games before the open dates. It's the last non-district games for all of our district teams. And we are going to have streaming video from all 3 games on Friday night. So that's cool. Of course, here in Artesia, Santa Teresa, the Desert Warriors are coming to town. And you can check it out. KSVPTV.com, KSVP on Facebook, KSVP TV on YouTube's. We'll have our full crew. It's a 4-camera shoot, folks. And we love doing that. And Joby and Robbie and Josh with stats. And so we'll do the full production starting at 6:30 Friday night. Be here on the radio. I mean, there's a ton of people that still listen on the radio. And that's our primary audience. And then, of course, we add the video audience. Roswell, probably the game of the week. If you just take yourself away from being a Super Bulldog fan and just look at the 4A football games around New Mexico, or 5A football games. Yeah, 5A football games. Number 1 PV will be in Roswell Friday night to take on number 2 Roswell High. PV is undefeated. I believe Roswell is 4-1. Is that right? Yeah. And so that's going to be a big game. And we'll have Art and Kelly will be there. Roy will be our producer, and we'll have our full crew multi-camera shot going on there. On that field. So that'll start about 6:45, and it's on the radio, 106.5, and it's on KSVP TV, Facebook, YouTube, yada, yada, yada. Piedra Vista is 6-0. 6-0. Roswell High is 5-1 going into the game. Artesia and Goddard are 3-4, according to the Max Preps rankings, at 4-2 each. Artesia has the tougher strength of schedule at this point in the season, so that's why they're ranked higher than Goddard. Then you've got a 3-2, a 3-3, and a 3-3 team, and a 3-1 and a 3-3 teams. You've got Valley at 5, Deming at 6, Mayfield at 7, Highland at 8, Santa Teresa at 9. Then 10 through 16, you've got a 2-4 team, a couple of 2-4 teams, a couple of 1-5 teams, and 3 0-for teams. And here's the thing, they take 12 teams into the playoffs. If the playoffs were set today, Berlin, which is hosting Goddard on Friday night, at 1-5, would get a playoff spot, and they would have to go to the number 5 in the first round. So Berlin would have to go to Valley. Gadsden would have to go to Deming. Miamira would go to Mayfield, and Santa Teresa would go to Highland if the playoffs ended today. And Roswell, Artesia, and Goddard, all from our district, would get a first-round bye week in the playoffs if they ended today. Of course, they're not going to end today. We have 4 more games to go. We have 1 non-district game, and then we're going to get into district. And I'll tell you, it's going to be the games to watch are going to be our district games. Artesia playing Goddard, Roswell, and Mayfield. Of course, the Goddard-Roswell game is going to be a big game as well, and be interesting to see. But this Friday night at the Wool Bowl in Roswell, number 2 Roswell hosting number 1 Piedra Vista. And again, we'll have coverage on 106.5 and TV coverage for that game. And then Goddard, they're going over to Berlin. And we have permission to send a video camera and stream from Berlin, New Mexico. So Chris Roybal will be doing the play-by-play announcing. Tanner Todd will be doing the video production, and they will be in Berlin with a camera doing video on Friday night from Berlin, New Mexico. So we really appreciate them letting our guys go over there to broadcast and stream and radio. So that'll be on the radio on 106.1, and that'll be on the TVs at KSVPTV.com as well. So, yeah, we're getting to do all the video from all 3 locations this week. Goddard at Berlin, Artesia hosting Santa Teresa, and Roswell High and Piedra Vista from the Wool Bowl in Roswell. Next week is open date, and then district begins. We host Roswell, Goddard, and Mayfield play. And then we, I think we go to Goddard, and Roswell and Mayfield play. And then the last game of the season is the Roswell-Goddard game at the Wool Bowl on a Friday night. And on a Saturday afternoon at noon o'clock in Las Cruces at the Field of Dreams, Artesia and Mayfield. So exciting finish to the season coming up. We're going to cover it all here on KSVP. Well, looks like a really nice day. Looks like some nice weather all the way through the weekend. Steve-O, can you confirm that for me?
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Low pressure east of the mountains, and that'll keep things dry for our area for the next few days. Daytime highs will be a little bit more comfortable, but still pretty warm. We're looking for upper 80s today and a lot of sunshine. Overnight will be clear. We'll cool off to the mid-50s, and then we're in the upper 80s with a sunny day coming up on Wednesday and again Thursday. Fair Friday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Sunshine all over the place. 62 in Artesia. Humidity at 66%. The dew point is 51. Winds are calm, about 2 miles an hour out of the south. Pressure steady at 30.15. Our air quality is moderate at 57. Yesterday's high was 84. The overnight low was 51. 1 year ago, we had a high of 88 and a low of 59. Minimum 4-inch soil temps are between 73 and 74 degrees. Sunset at 6:47. Sunrise at 6:49. Around the region, sunny, 63 in Carlsbad and Roswell, 65 in Hobbs. Around New Mexico, sunshine everywhere, 60 in Albuquerque, 56 in Santa Fe, 52 in Cloudcroft, 53 in Ruidoso, 62 in Las Cruces, 54 in Farmington, 46 at Red River, and 63 in Clovis in West Texas. The sun is shining over Lubbock, 63 degrees, and it's also shining over El Paso, 66 degrees. And in Artesia, once again, sunshine, 62 is our degrees. All right. Chamber chat. I got my fingers crossed. We had to reschedule a guest from the last hour. I'm done talking about pumpkin spice. So hopefully we'll have a chamber chat person walking in the door any second now. Any second now, chamber chat person's going to be walking in that door. Coming up next, you got about 4 minutes.
There's at least one thing most New Mexicans agree on. Our schools have a long way to go. That's why Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham is breathing new life into public education with initiatives that support our children from their first baby steps to promising career paths. Like expanding in-home family services, early childhood and pre-K, so thousands more kids will go off to school healthy and ready to learn. And attracting new teachers by raising salaries to the highest in the Southwest. It's already paying off by recruiting hundreds of new teachers to our classrooms this year. And she is cutting teacher paperwork and administrative burdens by 41%, so they have more time to teach our children. Thanks to the governor's new Opportunity Scholarships, any New Mexican can now attend a state college for free to earn a certificate or degree in a wide range of high-demand fields. After 2 tough years, we're finally making progress in education. We can't afford to go back to the failed policies of the past.
Paid for by New Mexicans for Michelle.
Approved by Michelle Lujan Grisham.
Jennifer from Trustmark Roofing here, and I can tell you it's not always easy being a female in a male-dominated business like roofing. I remember one time I was at a meeting to bid on the roof for a local college, and it was me and 13 men. Well, I won that bid, and I'd like to win your business too. My dad was a contractor, and I've been around building and roofing my whole life. I'm licensed and bonded, and I've forgotten more about roofing than most roofers ever knew in the first place. But what really sets Trustmark apart is an obsessive attention to detail that ensures that everything goes smoothly the first time. I promise we will treat you right with respect, and we will make you happy. So yeah, it might be a bit odd for a woman to own a roofing company, but give us a try. Let us give you an estimate for your roof. I think you'll be glad you called. For all your roofing needs, call us at 575-755-ROOF or find us online at trustmarkroofpros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
Gear up for hunting season with LGS Guns and Ammo, Southeastern New Mexico's official home for everything you need to make the most out of this season. From rifles and ammo to scopes, optics, game calls, scents, and more. From brands you know and love like Ruger, Smith & Wesson, Mossberg, and so much more. Be ready for everything this hunting season throws your way with the help of LGS Guns and Ammo, Southeastern New Mexico's authority for guns and ammunition, across from Target in Roswell and at 109 North Del Paso in Hobbs, and online 24/7 at lgsguns.com.
This is John.
Hey, my name is John Jackson.
He's not some actor. He's a steward of the land with a John Deere 3 Series tractor. John runs with us. Nothing runs like a deer. Get a 3 Series tractor with 0% APR for 72 months at your John Deere dealer today. For additional cost information, please call toll-free 855-633-2316.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia or Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
Artesia High School Bulldog Sports is made possible thanks to Buckhorn Production, LLC. Founded in 2021, Buckhorn Production, LLC operates over 200 wells in the Permian Basin. Like the Artesia Bulldogs, Buckhorn Production, LLC strives for excellence in all of our operations. We encourage all of our employees to be great members of our community and encourage you to join them in supporting all of our athletes, students, teachers, and administrators. Buckhorn Production, LLC, proud to support the Artesia Bulldogs.
Hi Artesia, it's Cambria from your local KFC and Taco Bell. You've asked for it, you craved it, and now it's back. That's right, pot pie is back for a limited time. It has all the flavors you crave: flaky, buttery crust, creamy filling, vegetables, and full of chicken. It's sure to satisfy all your cravings. Get it now for just $5. Have it for lunch, a midday snack, or even add it to tonight's dinner menu. It's perfect for any time of the day. Stop in soon for one of our famous KFC pot pies for just $5. Only for a limited time and only at your local Artesia KFC Taco Bell.
Don't know why there's no sun up in the sky.
Hey, welcome back. We do not have stormy weather, and we're not going to have stormy weather this week, Jessica. It's going to be great.
I know, but can you believe it rained on Sunday?
I
I was
can.
not expecting that at all. I guess I didn't watch the weather, but I was like, where did this come from? It was amazing.
I think the comment that Lana was making is this is widely scattered, and it seemed like it was pretty intense where it was.
Right.
Not like
scattered
and stuff like that. But yeah, it was kind of crazy to see a
was
little bit of
cool.
rain. And I guess it didn't go south of town
Oh, I don't know. I guess not.
because we didn't get a official rainfall total from the Ag Science Station.
Oh, stink. And I forgot to look at my rain gauge.
Yeah. So
I could have told you.
Well, we were in Roswell, and we saw the storms on the radar, and we thought, well, I wonder if it's raining in Artesia. And I thought, well, who can I call to bug them on a Sunday and ask them if it's raining? And then I remembered we have cameras outside the house.
Oh.
So I pulled up
You
the
don't
camera,
have to bug
and
anybody.
I said, look, it's raining on our truck. And there was one of the neighbors was out with one of their kids, and they were out there playing in the rain.
Oh,
And
that's cool.
so I thought that was kind of nice. So
Yeah.
but Jessica's here from the chamber.
Yes, sir. And I'm sorry I was late.
That's okay.
I heard you.
I'm just glad you were here. I just
Yeah.
We had another guest for the last hour, and they have to reschedule for October.
Okay.
So we didn't get, and I just didn't want to talk about pumpkin spice.
I know. Let's talk
Anymore.
green chili.
Let's talk green chili.
Yes.
Jeffrey, are you okay with this? Did you get a medical release for this?
Yes, I used the same one from the one chip challenge we did a few years ago.
That's right. Do you remember that? You remember when
I
they
remember
had the?
that. And they sell them
Yeah.
now at Brewer. Like, it's widely available.
Yeah.
People are
he
weird.
he was part of the crew that was, you know.
did it. Oh, did you do it with Nolan?
No, this was in
Mike,
Roswell.
And I did it on the show. And Mike said it was no fair because I physically cannot cry.
Oh,
and
for real?
so he's like, no, that's not fair.
Can you sweat?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I went there to engineer because Mike was part of the challenge, and our concern was that he would not be able to continue to do his show after this. And now, correct me if I'm wrong, Jeffrey, because you were there. Were you the first one to face plant in the ice cream?
No.
No. Who was the first one to go running for the ice cream? Was it one of the guys from the car dealer?
I think it might have been I can't remember his name.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
we had ice cream. We had a medical person standing by.
Oh my gosh.
And we covered all the carpet and everything with tarp.
In case they puked.
Yes. We had milk. We had ice
Nice.
cream.
Whipped cream.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
heavy cream. It was like and that's when you tapped out. Is
Okay.
if you
got to the heavy cream.
if you got any of the milk heavy, if you did anything after the chip,
And you had to, you eat it and you wait 10 minutes?
Yeah, whatever the
Ish.
time was. Yeah.
we waited a little while.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So so last week the chamber had a hottest green chili challenge.
Okay.
In an
Please tell me
effort,
this is not super hot green chili.
it is.
Oh.
In an effort to find the hottest green chili in Artesia.
Okay.
So we reached out to our chamber member restaurants, local restaurants, and asked them if they'd like to be part of it. They couldn't provide a dish, and we had a panel of 6 judges that we had, and we found the hottest is wings.
Wings.
Okay.
So I ran through the drive-thru this morning and I asked them to make us a kitchen sink with their hot green chili. So we have
Perhaps I should
kitchen
have a
sink in front
bottle of
us.
water from over there.
Yes,
Jeffrey, do you think?
yeah.
Should we each have one?
We should have water.
Okay. Yeah.
I
Because
want mine on ice.
he's ready.
He's like, I already got this.
Jeffrey's ready.
So I thought it would be fun, and Wings provided
you.
this for us. I didn't even have to pay for it. It was really
Well, that
nice.
was nice.
I know. And so they cut it into thirds for us, so we all can just take a bite and see what we think.
Okay.
All right.
You guys want to do it?
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Okay. And they gave me a little thing of salsa if anyone needs to tone it down with salsa.
The salsa tone it down?
Salsa to tone it down.
It's usually the opposite.
Oh,
right?
my Lanta. Here we
Okay.
go.
Now I'm going to take a picture of mine if that's okay.
Oh, yeah, do it. So
And,
this is a thing. They don't put it in all of their burritos. They said this isn't normal. You have to specifically ask for it.
Okay. All right. You have specifically asked for it. Now I'm going to, just in case, because I think this camera is online, so I'm going to hold this.
Ooh,
I don't know
yeah,
if you
look
can
at that.
see it on
Here,
the
I can-
camera there.
Yeah.
Hold it down a little. There it is.
There it is. Okay, so if you're watching online, that's what my third looks like.
Oh,
Okay, are we ready?
we're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay. Oh, wait, we got to go to news. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Okay, here we go. Everybody ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, go.
Oh, I see where the chili is over here, so I'm going to eat it over here.
Ooh, that's spicy.
Okay, so yeah, apparently one of the judges, his
Holy cow.
his suggestion was don't breathe. Are you okay, Jeffrey? He's getting a sugar packet to put on his tongue.
Oh yeah.
Dude, that's really good.
Does that work?
It's
Yes.
hot, but it's good.
It is hot and it is good.
Wow. You know, I didn't think I was going to be able to handle it because I didn't try it last week. I was a sissy. And I got super nervous to try it. It's good. Flavorful.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because the kitchen sink has bacon, sausage, potatoes, cheese, egg, and then green chili.
Yep. And it's like they've lined the. Oh, there's the seeds.
Oh, yeah. The seeds are, yep.
I can see the seeds here.
He's picking the seeds out with his red pen.
Can you see Can you see me do it? No, you can't see
Well,
me doing that.
we've got a YouTube video. You got to go watch some of these reactions. They're hilarious. And we had 6 brave judges that came in and tried. A couple were sweating.
I'm sweating. I'm sweating to the oldies.
It's good. Yeah.
Well, see, all I had for breakfast this morning was oatmeal with blueberries.
Oh, well, now you get your green chili.
I had a Cliff Bar and banana, and now a really hot burrito.
And now a really hot burrito.
What happened to the other F, by the way? It's like Cliff.
Cliff Bar
Yeah, but
only
just
has
one
F.
Yeah.
They removed it for food.
What?
But it's a good burrito. There's no question about it. But you have
Yeah.
to you have to specifically request
The hot.
The hot,
It will come with green chili. It just won't come with the super hot green chili. So,
It's a good burrito, though.
It's really good.
So this was the winner. It's from Wings.
Yes, so they didn't bring the
I'm gonna go
burrito.
blow my nose.
Okay, bye, Jeffrey. They didn't bring the burrito. They
We lost
brought.
Jeffrey.
I know. They brought beef and potatoes, a little bit of beef, a little bit of potatoes, mixed with this hot green chili.
Mm-hmm.
And so they just brought it in a warm thing, and they had to eat it with. They brought tortillas with it and chips, so you could decide how you wanted to eat it. But
Okay.
that's how our panel of judges had to try it. My lips are actually burning.
It's very good.
Good. Wow.
I don't know if I want.
It hits you late.
Well, that's usually a sign of good chili that, it kind of lingers.
Yeah,
It's an after effect that you get.
that's true. And your endorphins, we're all going to be so happy today.
Is that the word?
Yes.
Is that what you call this?
Uh-huh.
Happy?
Uh-huh.
I had a different definition of happy, but.
Oh, man. Well, thanks for being
So
my...
who are some of the other entrants?
The participants? Okay, so we had...
I'm going to take another bite.
Sure. Los Agaves.
Okay.
Brought enchiladas. We had the Country Club. They brought a really yummy salsa.
Okay. That's not that salsa, is it?
No, it is not this salsa. Would you like some of this
No,
salsa?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Then I know. Roadrunner Grill. They
Okay.
also brought a green sauce.
Okay.
That one got second place. They got second place. Wings, and we had one more.
Okay.
Who was it? Oh, Piccolino.
Piccolinos.
Yep.
Okay.
They brought their pasta bolloco,
Hmm.
chicken bolloco. So yeah.
Okay.
This
No, it's
was
good. They're good
definitely
burritos.
the hottest.
But that is a hot chili.
It is very hot. So, folks, you don't have to get the hot at Wings, but in a kitchen sink burrito, it is phenomenal.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty good.
Yeah, so you got to request it. It's one of their specialty menu items that is not widely known. But
Okay.
yeah, thanks to them for letting us try this out, and
I
thank
haven't
you.
changed color, have I? Okay. All
You
right.
have not changed color. Do you feel like you're changing color? Your eyes might be watering a little bit, but
It's making the gray go away on my beard. you know?
right?
That's,
Yeah.
No, that's
Getting
good.
some more hair on your chest, Gene.
Don't need any help there.
No, that was a fun challenge we did last week. So we've got a YouTube video up on our Facebook page
Okay.
that shows people's reactions, and
Good.
at the very end, we've even got Fairlife provided milk for us for the judges, which I should have brought this morning, didn't think about, but they provided milk for each contestant, or each judge, I should say, and then at the end, one of the judges actually just dumps milk all over outside the chamber because it was hot. It was good though.
The milk was hot?
The chili was hot, and
The
he
chili.
needed that much milk.
Oh, he was okay.
He was sweating. It was awesome
Wow.
though. It was fun.
I have to check that out.
Yes.
You guys have a YouTube channel?
We do have a YouTube. We started a YouTube channel in 2020 when we decided to do a, we have a walking tour brochure at the chamber that a lot of visitors come through. They'll pick it up and they'll walk through Artesia. Well, during COVID, nobody's supposed to be leaving their homes doing anything. So we decided to film the walking tour.
Okay.
And we got together with, it was myself and Haley and Artesia Main Street, Elizabeth Jackson at Artesia Main Street. And we each filmed a little portion of the walking tour and uploaded it to our YouTube channel.
Okay.
So we actually have content on there that is great, but we just kicked it back off this week.
What is the name of it?
It should be Artesia Chamber or Artesia Chamber of Commerce.
Artesia Chamber of Commerce, because I'm doing a search on the YouTubes,
Uh-huh.
and all of our stuff is coming up where we interview you people.
Oh, well,
You
your
people.
YouTube is
KSVP TV.
much more, has a lot more content on it than ours does.
How come I can't
But-
find yours?
Let's see.
KSVP, it's Mike Fish Phone, Red Gavel, KSVP TV.
Okay, so it's just called Artesia Space Chamber.
Artesia Chamber. Okay, let's just try a search for Artesia Chamber. The Artesia Chamber of Commerce. Ah, there you are.
Yes. So it says
Okay.
hottest green chili taste test, and it was uploaded 3 days ago. 185 views.
Yep, 185. That's pretty good.
Yeah. So it's fun.
There
It's
it is.
a cute little video we put together and from a couple different phones, just our novice videos that we have. But it was fun. It was fun. And so we have another one coming up, but it'll be the best. We're on the hunt for the best green chili cheeseburger in town.
Okay.
Okay. So
I would be curious to know that.
Yes, I know. Me too.
Kind of a fan of green chili.
Yeah, a lot of people have that.
So good. Can we take a break?
Yes.
Okay.
Gene needs some milk break.
I'm fine, I think. All right, we're going to take a break and be back with more on Good Morning Artesia next.
And now for your Pecos Valley News Update. I'm Jared Cirillo. We begin with a traffic alert for you as work begins on Avenue D in Lovington. New Mexico 83 in Lovington will be closed entirely through the month of December. Businesses will need to utilize their secondary entrances for business and employment. During the road closure, they will be installing the storm drain and manholes, which have a depth of up to 10 feet. The road closure is to protect the pedestrian traffic, driving motorists, and the construction crews during the day and night. The Eastern New Mexico State Fair is coming soon to Roswell. This year, the fair is celebrating its centennial year. It started in 1922 as the Cotton Carnival. The purpose of the fair was to exhibit the agriculture of the Pecos Valley, especially cotton production. The fair runs this year October 3rd through 8th, with Monday's parade kicking off everything at 11 a.m. For more details and a complete schedule, go online to enmsf.com. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo reporting.
It's time for the Eddy County Sports Report. Let's talk some volleyball, shall we? We've got a couple games going on tonight for Artesia. Things are going along swimmingly until a visit to Rio Rancho this past weekend at the Rio Rancho Jamboree. Artesia lost on Saturday 3-0 to Cleveland and then 3-0 to Goddard. Artesia is now 8-4 overall and will be playing at Roswell High tonight. Roswell is 9-5. Roswell is at that same Rio Rancho tournament. Artesia will get a chance to atone for that trip by going back there again this weekend, Friday at Rio Rancho and then Saturday at Cleveland. Meanwhile, tonight you've got Carlsbad playing at Alamogordo. The Cave Girls are 4-9 overall. This starts at 6 o'clock. Alamogordo is 2-8 on the season. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at KSVP Radio, AM 990.
I'm Lou Dobbs. Wall Street's losing streak goes on. More key economic reports today. New iPhone sales lower overseas. Those stories next. Inflation's at a 40-year high. Interest rates are through the roof, and your retirement accounts are especially vulnerable. That's why the precious metal dealers at American Hartford Gold will show you how to protect your savings and retirement accounts by adding physical gold and silver to your portfolio. Get started with just a quick text to Lou, L-O-U, at 998-899, and American Hartford Gold will have physical gold and silver delivered right to your front door or deposited to your IRA or 401k. It's that easy. And for a limited time, when you text LOU to 998-899, American Hartford Gold will give you up to $1,500 of free silver on your first qualifying order. Text Lou now to 998-899. That's LOU to 998-899. And see what American Hartford Gold can do for you. Once again, text Lou to 998-899. Now, stocks coming off another losing session. The Dow Jones Industrial is riding a 5-day slump. The S&P hit a new closing low for the year yesterday. Global economic fears are rising as the September sell-off continues. Investors getting a look at new economic data today. The housing price index forecast to show a slight 0.3% increase between July and August. The sharp increase in mortgage interest rates has caused some problems for the housing market. The consumer confidence index is forecast to increase again. Economists targeting a jump from 103.2 to an even 104 this month. Consumers still spending despite inflation. Sales of the iPhone 14 weaker than expected in China. 10% fewer Chinese customers have bought the new iPhone compared to last year's model in the first few weeks of sales. In the United States, meanwhile, iPhone sales are reaching record highs. Please join me 3 times each weekday right here on this station. This is the Lou Dobbs Financial Report.
I'm thinking probably not a good idea to do an ECG right now.
Let's do it, Gene.
I'm going to do an ECG, see what...
Okay, me too. Let's do it. Which one is the ECG? Is it the
It's
White-
the side button, but you gotta.
The white with the red or the red heart?
Well, it's only 59. I'm only 59.
For real? I'm at 89.
Let me make sure I do this right. Okay, here we go.
90 now.
Current heart rate, according to my Apple Watch. It's checking it right now as I'm talking to you, sucking down more water because now I've got the mouth is 69.
69.
Yeah.
So rose 10.
From my resting heart rate. Yep.
And you did an ECG, a 30-second deal?
I'm going to do an ECG right now.
Okay.
So it's warming up the, hold your finger on the crown. Okay, I'm going to hold my finger on the crown. Try not to move your arms, it says. Now, Apple Watch never checks for heart attacks.
Correct.
And, but we're checking to see if the hot chili is raising any issues.
I got a sinus rhythm. That's good for me. Let's see what yours comes out to be.
Let's see. 2 seconds. 1 second. Sinus rhythm.
Good job. See, the green chili wasn't too bad.
Yeah, the ECG does not show signs of arterial fibrillation. So
Good.
57 beats per minute average.
Mine was 81.
Well, I'd be worried if I were you. No, I'm just kidding. I've always had a pretty low heart rate.
Yeah.
You know.
That's cool.
So, well, and the reason we did this, folks, is we just ate the winner of the hottest chili contest, the Wings
Restaurant.
kitchen sink burrito with their hot chili. I'm on my second bottle of water, and I may need a third one. So we're all right, let's look at the weather forecast first.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Low pressure east of the mountains, and that'll keep things dry for our area for the next few days. Daytime highs will be a little bit more comfortable, but still pretty warm. We're looking for upper 80s today and a lot of sunshine. Overnight will be clear. We'll cool off to the mid-50s, and then we're in the upper 80s with a sunny day coming up on Wednesday and again Thursday, fair Friday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Let's see here if I can get through this without hacking up a whatever's stuck down in the lung there. Sunny and 62. Humidity at 61%. The dew point is 51. Winds are south at 2. Pressure at 30.15 and holding steady. Our air quality is 57. We have moderate air quality. High yesterday was 84, the overnight low 51. A year ago, 88 the high, 59 the low. Minimum 4-inch soil temps are between 73 and 74 degrees. Sunset, 6:47 this afternoon. Sunrise at 6:49 in the morning. Back at more Chamber Chat if we're able to talk. That's coming up next on Good Morning Artesia.
Sometimes that dog barking is an Artesia Bulldog preparing for victory. Most of the time, however, it's probably just the family pet asking for attention. Artesia Animal Clinic provides a full range of services for just about any size pet or animal. Our new clinic has been expanded to provide better quality of care, including an in-house laboratory, radiology, surgery, herd health, and more. So the next time your pet looks like they could use some extra care, come by Artesia Animal Clinic in our newly remodeled and expanded facility at 110 West Mahone Drive.
In volatile times, it's natural to worry about your retirement.
Hon, I'm worried about our retirement account.
With today's economy, it just makes sense to keep your retirement money close to home with people you know. We have several guaranteed safe options. Peace of mind with retirement savings. It just makes sense.
Western Bank of Artesia. Member FDIC. It just makes sense.
I can't believe I just scratched that car. Find my insurance card.
Dude, what do you have in this glove box? Ew, are these socks dirty?
Oh, forget about the socks. I need my insurance card.
Just pull it up on the State Farm mobile app.
But I can do that? Oh, hey, I can do that.
Yep, it's called service.
I can file a claim on here, too?
Yeah, it's called service.
Whoa, I can call my agent, too?
It's called service.
In Artesia, contact Sandy Stockton at 575-748-1111.
Hocker & Sons of Artesia, a company specializing in excavation and construction, is proud to support and provide construction services to the people and businesses of Eddy County and the surrounding area. With their expert knowledge of the industry, Hocker & Sons is well equipped to offer top-level service and professionalism to all oil field businesses, commercial and private parties with excavation and construction needs. Call Hocker & Sons today at 575-365-3175 or visit their website at hockerandsons.com. Go Bulldogs!
Hello, this is Andrew Davidson, Market President of First National Bank. We'd like to invite you to come bank with us. We offer a full range of financial products that create possibilities in the lives we touch, and in this community we're proud to serve. Our friendly staff understands the importance of every financial transaction, whether you want to open a checking account or apply for a personal loan, finance your business or commercial property, or want to apply for a home loan, we're here to help. First National Bank, we're big enough to serve, small enough to care.
Call First National Bank in Artesia, 575-746-4794. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
It's important to know local folks you can trust. People who'll be there for you when you need it most. Cisco Equipment in Artesia, serving southeast New Mexico since 1978 and new locations throughout Texas, is the leader in equipment rentals, sales, and service. Whether it's an excavator, backhoe, or wheel loader for the pipeline, or a reach fork or man lift for the construction site, Cisco Equipment has the dirt and aerial equipment to get the job done. Call the team at Cisco Equipment today, 748-1314, serving all of southeast New Mexico and throughout Texas.
As the seasons change, it can be a great time to refresh your oral health too. Here's a few fall tooth care tips from Smile Expressions in Artesia. Fall is a great time to switch out your toothbrush. Toothbrushes should be replaced every 3 to 4 months. With fall coming comes fall baking, which means lots of sugar-laden treats. In addition to the goodies, try reaching for fruits and vegetables that are rich in fiber. And as the end of your insurance year approaches, now could be the perfect time to take advantage of any unused dental benefits. Please call and schedule your appointment today at Smile Expressions in Artesia.
There really is no one quite like you, and no one quite like the ones you love. At Turpinning & Son Mortuary, they take pride in providing families with the best service possible. The phrase, "we make it personal," is not just a tagline. It's the way they conduct themselves every day as they honor the ones you love in their own unique and special way. Located at 611 West Grand in Artesia. Visit artesiafunerals.com to learn more. Turpinning & Son Mortuary, proudly serving our community and your family since 1954.
Welcome back on the Good Morning Artesia radio show. Are you kind of calmed down?
Calming down. My lips are still burning.
I need to clean it
I know.
one more
Tissue. Wow.
Whoa.
So, speaking of green chili.
Yes, there's a cook-off.
Yes, this weekend.
All right.
We're so excited. We've been reaching out to lots of people. Of course, this weekend is Red Dirt Black Gold. We've got, we meaning the amazing Arts Council and Artesia Main Street District has put together another great lineup for this year.
Yep.
Headliner Jason Bolin and the Stragglers.
Yep.
So that's exciting. But lots of activities going on there. Of course, they're going to have food trucks out there for, you can purchase food. But along with that, of course, I know you mentioned earlier, the library's having their kids zone from 5 to 7, 5:30 to 7:30, something like that. The green chili cook-off is happening as well, and so that one's really fun. There's a couple different things you can enter with. So you can do I really feel like I sound stuffy after that green chili. So you can do like a people's choice or judge's choice, people's choice. You can do like dessert. You can do.
I have the flyer. Is it on the flyer?
Yeah, it's on the flyer and stuff like that.
Is the flyer on the website or is the flyer the flyer?
Yeah, both. Website, reddirtblackgold.com, and there's a little link you can click on.
Here it is. I've got the green chili cook-off flyer here.
Awesome.
Greatest grub.
Greatest grub.
Divine dessert.
Okay.
Superb side.
Oh. Okay,
and
like a side dish.
Team spirit.
So if you just come out and have team spirit,
you could win an award.
You could win an award. Yeah, it's fun. It's pretty cool. I think it's just $10. And you put in for 50, make enough for about 50 people.
Right. At least one menu item must include green chili as a key ingredient.
Yes.
Only the menu item containing green chili will be judged.
Yes.
And then you can go to the reddirtblackgold.com website, and here is the entry form.
Yes.
Looking right at it right here. Team name, company name, if applicable. I'm just looking to see if there's anything strange you have to be prepared to put on the form.
Yeah.
Contact name, additional team members, phone, email, length of truck trailer in feet. No metric.
Oh, yeah.
No metric. We don't want any metric.
No. We don't want to have to do math.
That's right. We were listening to a comedy album from like the late 70s, and it was a couple of Canadian guys, and they had just gone to metric in Canada, and so they're trying to convert from regular to metric, and he said something about you double it and add 30.
Is that right?
I don't think so.
Okay.
So you want to know how many kilometers per hour you're supposed to go? You take 75, double it, 150, and add 30, and that'd be 180 kilometers per hour.
Oh.
So if you're going to do length in feet, if you got a 20-foot trailer, you double it, 40, and add 30, so it's 70 meters?
I think the green chili got to my brain this morning.
Yeah, I think it got to mine too. So teams agree to provide 50 prepared plates of food. Plates will be sold for $10 each.
To people like me that aren't cooking.
Correct.
Yes.
Proceeds benefiting the Artesia Arts and Cultural District. Did I say that?
Yes.
I say the word right?
Yes.
I feel like I'm...
I do too. Do we not have function in our mouth? We should have done the taste test at the end of this segment. Oh, well. But yes, so Green Chili Cook-Off, the Kids Zone, food trucks, the beer garden, Drylands Brewing out of Lovington.
Okay.
Which is cool. And then, of course, Cornhole. There's a lot going on that day. So come out and support your, of course it's local. It's this whole festival was put on in an effort to celebrate oil and gas industry we have here in this area and in Artesia. And so, putting together all these little events to celebrate it, help people come out and celebrate it and listen to some good music.
Yeah.
I think it all kicks off at like 5:30, 5 or 5:30.
I was just looking at the cook-off rules. No animals within the event area.
Oh.
That's probably good to know.
Good to know. Yes.
Let's see. According to the website, you've got the lineup includes Tell Runyon
at 5:30,
Cody West
6:30,
Chad Cook Band
at 8,
and then Jason Boland and the Stragglers
at 10 o'clock.
That's getting past my bedtime, just so you know.
Well, they're the best ones. No, I like them all, honestly. Tell Runyon was here last year helping open, and he's good.
Yep.
He's good.
Sure is.
Yeah, we're excited. It's going to be a fun Saturday here in Artesia. Downtown's going to be rocking. So come out, and a lot of these things are happening. They used to happen like during the day, and now some of the feedback they've heard is that they kind of want it during the music because that's more, you have something to do while the bands are playing.
Right.
And so Cornhole, I think, is 5-ish, 5 o'clock. And then the Kids Zone is also 5 to 7, 5:30, 7:30, something like that. The Brew Fest is 5.
I can tell you.
Cook-Off is 5:30, so.
Because I wrote it down for some reason. Because I knew you'd ask. No, I didn't write it on that paper. I wrote it on this paper. 5 to 7.
5 to 7.
In the Heritage Walkway.
Yes.
And it's not a dumping zone for your kids.
No.
You have to be there with your kids.
Yes.
But they'll have fun games and stuff like that for you and the kids.
Yep.
So it's not a babysitting area.
It is not.
No, it's an activity area.
Yes.
For the kids.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
It's going to be really cool.
It costs $10 to enter the Brewfest. Must be 21 and older to enter.
Mm-hmm.
All attendees must pay to enter, no exceptions.
Correct.
So your armband from last year won't let you in this year. You'll have to get a new one. And that's in the Western Bank parking lot.
Mm-hmm. The Cornhole is on the Scoreholio app.
Okay.
That's where you would sign up for that. It's a free app, and you just it literally, you just push upcoming events, you click on cornhole, and then it comes up red dirt, black gold, annual cornhole contest. It's $50 for a team, and it's a team of 2, of course. Double eliminations.
Okay.
So that's cool.
So even if you lose your first round, you got another shot to come back through the other bracket. That's cool.
Yeah. And 5:30 on Saturday is when they'll kick that off.
Okay.
So, and that's really kind of cool. You can pre-register, or you can walk up and pay and play too if you find yourself not.
I find it interesting the folks that have the app were able to get that. I wonder how much they had to pay Mike Judge for that.
What app?
Cornholio.
No, it's called Scoreholio.
Oh, Scoreholio.
Scoreholio, because it's not just cornhole. They have
other holios?
Yes. They have other tournaments.
I'm still
Green chili
breaking
got
up
you
the
good.
phlegm there
Yeah.
from the.
You
from
know,
the green
one of
chili.
the comments on from our judges said, "Oh yeah, my sinus infection is gone."
Yeah, whatever congestion I had is working its way out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get it out of there. Okay, well that's this weekend. That's Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday.
Some of the shops might be open downtown. Hopefully.
Yep, I think there's some downtown shopping going on as well. But there's another thing I'd like to transition to, if that's okay for the next few minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Tomorrow we have partnered with, and I know you talked about this a little bit earlier, the awesome career fair that the high school kids are getting to do, and we have got, oh my goodness, between 30 and 40 employers that have signed up, which is so good that they're rallying around our kids. So if you have high school age kids, it's 10, 11, and 12th grade to come out to this. We're doing it at the high school to make it easy for them. They're right there on campus already from 12:30 to 2:30. We're encouraging them to come walk around. There's going to be a lot of booths. A lot of them are going to be interactive. A lot of them are bringing games or little presentations. There's going to be a really neat surgery happening inside the school. There's indoor in the commons area. A lot of that we have. It's a lot of medical field type. Are you out of your second one? No. And then outside, there's also it's all going to be in that grassy area right outside the commons. And then we have the street blocked off for some companies that are bringing big things, like we've got tractor equipment coming and fire department stuff and things like that. And of course we've got you under the shade next to electrical.
Oh, thank you. And yeah, so it's not too late to get signed up. In fact, I just got a text that 2 more companies signed up. So there's plenty of room if you want to come out, but it's a great opportunity to showcase your profession to these kiddos. There's 800 kids that potentially could be coming through, walking by, that might spark their interest in something kind of neat, so that something they may not have thought about going into when they grow up. I thought about having our sales manager sit there and say, look, you could do radio sales and look like this guy.
Yes. And look like this guy. I mean, when I was in high school, I was trying to think of, because I had someone ask, like, what do I say? What kind of booth do I put it together? And honestly, for me, I was like, talk about how much you make.
Okay.
Because that's going to be one of their biggest things. Hey, you could make this much money potentially, or talk about the freedom in your schedule. Talk about that you still have, you make great money, but you have a flexible schedule. Hey, this one, I don't know. I just feel like relating to them on that level of like, you don't want to talk about family and how much time you get for your family, because they're not thinking about that right now. Right. They're 17 years old. They're like, what are you talking about, family? I don't want kids, whatever, So I think it's going to be, I really, really, really think it's going to be awesome. And like I said, if you have teenage kids or know people that have teenage kids, really stress to them how important this is. It's the second year we've done it, we meaning the high school. We've really stepped in to help them this year. And I really think that not only would it help them to come back to the area for some of these professions, but even if they don't, it still gives them an opportunity to do something.
So many of them,
different.
So many kids at that age, you ask, what do you want to do? They don't know.
They don't know.
You're going to go to college? Yeah. What are you going to major in? Don't know.
Yeah.
Or they change 2 or 3 times. So this might spark an interest in something.
Yeah, and there's also a few that have signed up to do presentations, like a 10-minute presentation. It's quick. It's a lot more detailed as far as information they might be getting. And so we've had every 15-minute blocks also scheduled, and that's going to be on an inside classroom. So that's cool too. So if we and all the kiddos are going to get that schedule, like on Remind and on Teams. So they'll get that schedule. They'll know which one they might want to go listen to, and then of course walk around the rest of the time and just play the games, do all the things. And it's not just college professions either. We've also got some vocational stuff. Yep.
So that's tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
If you haven't signed up yet, call the chamber and they'll get you on the list and get you set up.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for bringing.
Sarah.
Thank you for the chili.
You can thank me later this afternoon.
I think I will. All right. We're going to go.
Hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. Catastrophic. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis says it's not too strong a word to use when describing the potential impact of Hurricane Ian in some areas.
What we have here is really historic storm surge and flooding potential.
Ian forecast to make landfall tomorrow morning along Florida's west coast in the Tampa Bay area.
There's evacuation orders that are in place on all these counties from Pasco and Pinellas down to the Fort Myers area. And our recommendation is to heed those evacuation orders.
And DeSantis says you don't have to go very far.
You do not need to evacuate to another state. You don't need to go hundreds of miles away. There's shelters that are open in all of these counties at this point.
Ian may be a powerful Category 4 storm by the time it comes ashore in Florida. Salem Media Tampa News Director Roger Schulman says the state's battening down the hatches.
They've already activated 2,500 members of the National Guard. The sheriff's offices and police departments are putting their people on continuous shifts. A lot of them are going to be sleeping at their offices rather than at home.
Forecasters say there is a chance that instead of hugging the coast, Ian may cut across the state and exit into the Atlantic, that raising the possibility of storm damage well inland from the coast. Today, the final day of voting in Russian-occupied areas of Ukraine, people voting on whether to join Russia. Meanwhile, Vladimir Putin is preparing to deliver a speech.
In a daily intelligence briefing, the British Defence Ministry says Putin will address both houses of the Russian parliament on Friday and could declare the annexation of the regions. The internationally criticised vote is ending Tuesday.
That's correspondent Charles de Ledesma. Wall Street, the Dow up 267 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Charlie Dombeck here from Key City Capital. As a practicing CPA for nearly 30 years, I have found that 80% of your ability to grow your wealth is dependent upon 2 factors: taxes and investment performance. At Key City Capital, we improve investment performance by diversifying capital into off-market investment opportunities in passive rental real estate and alternatives like asset-backed lending. We recover dollars that clients unnecessarily pay in the form of income taxes, creating a lifetime annuity of savings. We are a sponsor of passive, affordable single and multifamily residential rental investments, which are located in Sunbelt landlord-friendly states. These investments are the top choices in a rising interest rate and inflationary environment. They represent a store of value, protecting your capital from market volatility. Learn how we at Key City Capital can help you ultimately grow your wealth rapidly. Connect with me at keycitycapital.com or give me a call at 817-912-1569.
The Philippines putting a halt to offshore gambling operations, planning to deport 40,000 Chinese nationals working in the gaming industry. BBC's Laura Bicker.
Police in the Philippines claim that most kidnapping cases in the country took place in areas where offshore gaming operators and casinos were located, and most of the victims were Chinese nationals. Officers have been ordered by the Justice Ministry to carry out surveillance on sites. The sector emerged in the country in 2016 and grew quickly as operators capitalised on liberal gaming laws to target customers in China where gambling is banned.
The head of the UN's nuclear watchdog says he met with his Iranian counterpart in Vienna, talks about an ongoing investigation into man-made uranium particles found at undeclared sites in Iran. News and analysis, townhall.com. Starbucks wants to begin contract talks next month at 234 U.S. stores that have voted to unionize.
The Seattle coffee giant said Monday it sent letters to stores in 36 states in the District of Columbia offering a 3-week window to start negotiations. But Workers United, the union organizing Starbucks workers, is skeptical. It notes that Starbucks opposes unionization. Just 3 stores have begun bargaining contracts with Starbucks in the U.S. since the start of this year. Keith Peters reporting.
8 cents in the past week. That's how much AAA says gas prices have risen. As of this morning, gasoline averaging $3.75 a gallon nationally. The main reason, according to the Auto Club, higher regional prices on the West Coast and in the Midwest due to refinery issues. Those issues ranged from planned maintenance outages to a refinery fire. More on these stories at townhall.com.
I know what you're expecting to hear right now, the announcement of today's KSVIP. Well, I don't have a name for today, and I need your help. If you know someone who needs to be recognized for being a very special person, call right now, 746-2751. Ask for Tana and schedule a KSVIP. Your special someone will be recognized at this time all day long on their day, and they'll receive a flower courtesy of Lovebud Floral in Artesia. So call today and schedule your KSVIP.
They see me mowing my front lawn. I know they're all thinking I'm so white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. Can't you see I'm white and nerdy? Look at me, I'm white and nerdy. I wanna roll with the gangsters, but so far they all think I'm too white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. I'm just too white and nerdy. Really, really white and nerdy. First class here at MIT. Got skills, I'm a champion of D&D.
Hey, we're back on the Good Morning Artesia radio show. We are. And I think we have finally calmed down after eating 1/3 of a super hot green chili burrito that was the winner of the green chili hot contest there. Let's see. I don't even know who these people are. Do you ever get emails like that? You know, who are you? How did you get my email? So, but I guess if you look on our website, that's where it is. So, I guess that's how they got my email. Anyway, we're here. We still to come this hour. We're going to talk some more about the red dirt, black gold a little bit later on this hour. Aaron Irving's going to join us, and we'll tell some jokes and stuff like that. I'm going to look for some pumpkin spice jokes, because that seems to be a real popular item this time of the year. And you know, there's certain drinks that I like. Mike Winters and I were talking about this the other day. Back a few years ago, Mike and I were the broadcast crew for the Roswell High Coyotes. We had just taken over doing Roswell High sports on the radio. Hadn't really got into the video stuff yet, and we hadn't hired a crew yet. And so it was me and Mike, and it was kind of a weird ordeal because I couldn't wear red on Fridays. That would be against the rules. That'd be against the law in Artesia. They'd throw you in jail for that. And I didn't want to spend Fridays in jail. So I would have a red shirt with me, and it would be in the car, out of sight, of course. And then I would leave town. I'd head north to Roswell, stop at the rest area, and I would change into my red shirt and put my orange shirt in the bag. And then Mike and I would get together, and we'd go do the football games. We'd do the Roswell High football games. Now, later that year, by the end of the season, we had hired somebody to take over doing the play-by-play for Roswell High, but we didn't want to disrupt the football season, so they took over for basketball. Mike and I finished out the football season, and we were done. And we went to Rio Rancho High School. Roswell High was playing at Rio Rancho, and it was pumpkin spice time. We stopped at a coffee shop and got one of those. I did. Mike didn't. I got one of those pumpkin spice latte things. And then we got up to the football field, and the folks there were serving up barbecue from one of the barbecue joints there that's in the Albuquerque area. So I had pumpkin spice latte, and I ate barbecue. And about the middle of the third quarter, my stomach started screaming, "What did you do piling all this together? This is not going to work." So we finished the game broadcast. I was driving. We hopped in the car and started headed back to Roswell to drop Mike off and then head back to Artesia. And we got through the mountains. We got through the pass there, and we got just about to Edgewood. I don't know if we got past Edgewood or Moriarty, somewhere in that area, and I had to stop and pulled off on the side of the road, and I left the pumpkin spice latte and barbecue there. It was not a good combination for me. So you have to be careful what you combine with your different pumpkin spice drinks and concoctions, because I'm assuming there's the possibility that you could have too much. And apparently that night it was too much for me. So, but yeah, we did do that one year. Mike and I did the Roswell High football broadcasts, and I'll never forget the look on the people's faces in the press box. Roswell High played in Artesia that year, and I had not been at the Bulldog Bowl that year. And some people knew, a lot of people had no idea that the reason I was not there was because I was doing Roswell High football. And so we walked into the press box, and I had my red shirt, my red Roswell High hat. Mike had the same thing, and we walked in, and the look on the Bulldog people's faces there in the press box, it was just a shock it was. They were taking pictures. They couldn't believe it. And that was before Coach Lynn was there, so Roswell High wasn't very good that year, and of course Artesia is always good. And it wasn't expected that Artesia would do well at all. And in the first part of that game, Roswell High was doing very well. And so there's me and Mike getting all excited about some of the Roswell High plays, and then we're looking down the road, and there was Jim Wilburn, and I think Hollywood Carl Lucas was helping Jim. And everybody's looking at me like, "Why are you all excited? This is not good. Roswell High is not supposed to win. You're in Artesia. What's going on? You're weird." But we were just doing our job. And that's how it worked. Jeffrey and I were just reminiscing about one of the last times we went to Berlin to do a state championship football game. That was a fun experience. They had not remodeled their press box. They still had the old press box at this time. Jeffrey was on the crew. I think Kevin was on the crew, and can't remember. I think was it me and Mike doing the play-by-play that year, or was it me and Kevin? I forget what the crew was. I think Jim had retired. So maybe in that one, there were a couple of years that Mike and I did Artesia High football before Joey came on board. And you remember, Jeff, who it was that was on the crew that year? Was that wasn't Jim had retired, right?
No, Jim had retired. It was.
Was it me and Mike?
You and Mike.
And then Kevin was helping out.
I don't remember Kevin being there.
Okay.
We stopped at the Owl Cafe and had the green chili cheeseburgers.
I do remember that. Yeah.
And I only remember you, Mike, myself, and
was it Tommy Sanchez?
Yes.
Okay.
Tommy was
the stat guy rode with us. Okay.
I couldn't remember his name. I was like,
yeah. So I remember at the time, the press box had one door, and then you went through a large room, and then you went through a small room where the local radio guy was, and you had to go through that room to get to another room, which is where we were set up.
Right.
And I remember that. So, you know, it wasn't like there were multiple doors or anything like that. You had to go through the booth. So we had to go through the Berlin radio people to get to our booth. That's back when they still had radio people. All these small towns don't have radio people anymore. And got to halftime, right? And so everybody goes to the concession stand or the bathroom or whatever they need to do at halftime. And I think we were standing in the big room area.
Yeah.
Or maybe just on the back of our room area.
You were in the back of your, because I was coming in.
You were coming in. Okay.
You guys were trying to come out, kind of.
Yeah, it was one of those weird situations. And so a lady and her daughter, who is in her cheerleader outfit, so she's a Berlin Eagle cheerleader, comes to our booth and says, "My daughter needs to breastfeed. Can she do that in here?" And I think we looked at each other and went, "No." There's a bunch of guys in here, you know.
And
so they wound up underneath the stairs going upstairs. That's where they wound up.
Yeah.
But it just kind of struck me as it's a new world.
Because it was right by the to go upstairs. Because when I came up, since we weren't allowed to do video, I was shooting photos, and so I came upstairs and I was like, "Okay, I didn't realize I was going to have to step over a breastfeeding woman,
a teenage
in
cheerleader,
in her cheerleading outfit." But you know,
some of the stories we could tell. Jimmy Boyce, God rest his soul, was on our stat crew, and we went to Tucumcari to do a football game. So this is way back. This is early 90s. And Tucumcari had a teeny tiny little press box. So there was the Artesia coaches, the Tucumcari radio guys. No, there was the Artesia coaches, us, me and Jim, the Tucumcari radio guys, and then the clock operator. And we were all just standing right next to each other in this little box. And it was a rainy night. Not a very good night weather-wise. And so Jimmy says, "Well, I'll sit outside," because there wasn't enough room for Jimmy to sit up inside. The press box was full. So he goes and sits outside. We get to halftime, and we go to the break for the halftime, and we send it back to the radio station. And Jim and I look around, and we go, "What is that smell?"
Uh-oh.
And we turn around, and there's Jimmy with a big old grin on his face.
I can see that grin.
Get out of here!
I can see his little smirk and chuckling.
Oh my goodness, that was just, I never forgave Jimmy for that. That was just awful. There was one trip, we took the fan bus to, we had to play Aztec or Farmington or somebody up north, and we took the fan bus. So we, and the fan bus stopped at a McDonald's in Albuquerque. So we'd driven up through Vaughn, got on the interstate, got through to Harris Canyon, and stopped at a McDonald's there just off the interstate. And Jim had one of those 44-gallon mugs, insulated mugs, 54-gallon, whatever. I mean, this huge thing.
Twice the size of his head.
Exactly. And so we walk into the McDonald's, and everybody else places their order. We step up. Jim says, "I'll have 2 breakfast burritos and fill that up." And they looked at Jim, and they looked at me, and and they went back and emptied 2 whole pots of coffee into it. 99 cents.
That was Wilburn.
That was Wilburn.
And I can see his face looking at them like, "What? Don't you understand?
This is a normal, average, everyday request. Do this." Of course, I think the funniest thing that Jim did one time, he had a little Nissan pickup truck, and he had a flat tire on it. And somehow he came across a Space Saver spare from a bigger vehicle. It had the same outside diameter and the bolt pattern. He stuck that stupid Space Saver spare on the back of that pickup truck and drove around town for weeks.
Yeah, I was going to say for a long time.
I said, are you ever going to replace that tire? No, why? That one's working. I said, but it looks stupid. Yeah, but it's working, and it cost me $5.
Yeah. I don't care how it looks. It works.
It works. That's right. So I think he finally got shamed at the golf course. I think they finally shamed and embarrassed him to where he finally, had the tire fixed and put the regular tire on the truck. But I'll never forget. Wilburn's here because you could tell by that truck.
Yeah. My favorite thing was for him announcing was the championship basketball game when we thought he was going to break that table.
Mm-hmm. And I wasn't there. I was told he was on the table.
Yes. He was on top of the table, just so happy. And I can understand his joy in watching Cord and Andrew and Ty and JD, all of them win. But we're up in the stands, and I think Kevin Klein or Daniel's like, look at Cord's dad. And we're like, oh no.
Yep. I heard that he was on the bench. The first game I heard Jim call on the radio, we just moved to town, and I think Lana went into the grocery store where the Navajo office is in the Blue Quail.
Yeah.
That was a grocery store.
Yep.
Furs. And so I said, well, you go in. I'm going to listen to Jim Wilburn. I'd never heard Jim Wilburn, and it was for basketball. Thank you. Something wrong? Oh, okay. I'm still coughing up burrito.
I did the inhale as quickly as possible.
Yeah. So Lana goes into the grocery store, and I'm listening to the radio. And I hear the DJ say, and now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Artesia High School boys basketball. Here's Jim Wilburn.
What did he?
Hello? Hello? Am I on? Hello? You're on. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Jim Wilburn. So that was the first thing I heard, the first Bulldog broadcast I heard on the radio. And again, we had just moved to town. I just started. So Cord's playing, of course. And it's early first quarter, early part of the game. This is in the old Red Brick Gym, by the way. This is before the Bubba Dome. And Cord makes a bad pass. And Wilburn just hollers out, "Don't throw the ball away like that!" Sorry, folks. That was Dad Wilburn talking. That will never happen again.
I can't believe it didn't ever happen again.
But yep, that was my first time hearing Jim Wilburn on the radio. The first words I heard Jim Wilburn say, "Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Am I on the air?"
Oh man.
And then the first time he broke out "That My Friends," he didn't do that the first couple of years I was here. Which was 91. The 91 football season was the first football season we did together, and we lost to Goddard. We'd beaten Goddard in the regular season, and we lost to Goddard in the championship game here at the Bowl. And then the next 3 years, they won the state championship. Raton, a couple of times, and
Aztec. They beat Aztec twice in those 3 years because it was David Patterson at New Mexico State. Then he was like roommates with Aztecs, great player, and it was just...
Well, I remember the Raton game here.
Yeah.
Because they had a little inflatable tunnel, and they were playing jungle music because they were the Tigers.
Yeah.
They are the Tigers. And Ernest Thompson was doing the public address, and I'm kind of walking up and down the press box. We're on the air. We're not doing video at this time. We didn't, it was still film at that time.
I was upstairs filming the game with the VHS.
That's right. So they're playing the jungle music as they come down the I was going to say loser's ramp, the visitor's ramp. Did I get that wrong?
It is the losers ramp.
Okay, that's what I thought. And they come through the tunnel out onto the field. Of course, Bulldogs, do their dog pile thing, and we get ready for the national anthem. And they don't turn off the jungle music.
Oh.
So there's, Mayor Thompson, ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats for the national anthem. And all you hear is this, all this jungle music from coming over at the Raton side. And I remember somebody tell them to turn that music off. Yeah, and then the band could play the national anthem. But that game, I think, was 92, because that was the first year Artesia won the state championship with Cooper Henderson as the head coach.
Yeah.
And it was the first time they'd won the state championship in a couple years. And there was a gentleman that used to throw out flyers. So you get to the end of the game, and he'd throw out, state champion flyers.
Yeah.
And so we were up. Raton was not going to win. It wasn't a very close game.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's getting really, really excited in anticipation of winning the first state championship in a while and under Coach Henderson. And I think somebody's walking around with the painted football with the number year on it to go on the front of the press box. Reggie has gone through 7 tanks of, air or whatever for the air horn, and people are getting pretty excited. And Jim, we're getting pretty excited on the broadcast and everything. And there's a late flag thrown on a punt return or a kickoff return or something like that. And Jim says, "Oh no!" And there's a fag on the 20-yard line. And Jimmy and I both turn and just crack up. And you can hear on the tape, Jim's like, because you can hear me and Jimmy just laughing, you just do it. He said, "Oh, Lord, tell me I didn't say that." And we're like, "Yes, you did." He said, "I'm sorry." He said the official goes back and picks up the flag on the 20-yard line. Well, we need to write a book. We need to write a book about our because Jim and I traveled around the state.
Yeah.
From 1991 until he retired, which was, 10 years ago now? 8 years ago? So it was a long time. It was 22, 24 years that he and I traveled all over the state of New Mexico at basketball games and football games for stuff like that.
As long as, or for most of the time that I was kind of moving around the country, every time I came home, he was still the voice of the Bulldogs.
That's right. That's right. And when he broke out that, my friends, where did that come from? But he just one day we're just telling stories here, folks. There's nothing's changed. It's just we're just telling stories. So
you're just making me miss Cord and Jim.
That's right. That's right. Phase 2 of the 20th Street reconstruction project is scheduled to begin the first week in October. Phase 2 will extend from just south of Villa Drive to West Man.
Okay.
Man. This section of 20th Street will be closed to traffic during construction. Crews will be replacing, relocating utilities, reconstructing the roadway. It is anticipated that Phase 2 construction will take approximately 3.5 years. Nope, months. Weeks, months. 3.5 months.
I was like, okay, he's joking about the years. Could it be weeks? No, it's months.
No, it's months. The detour route for traffic will utilize South 13th, West Grand, South 26th Street, and West Hermosa. The route will be designated with traffic control and detour signs. Please exercise caution when driving through the detour route and in the vicinity of the project. Thank you very much. So I'm assuming here in the next few days, the 20th and Grand is going to open back up.
Yep, that would be nice.
Yeah. Because that's been a long time. And when they had the water main mess up there at Bulldog Bowl and Grand, I mean, you had that blocked off, and then the 20th and Grand, and it was a mess there for a while, but they've got that all fixed.
Bulldog Boulevard can be a difficult road after a football game.
That's right.
And when you have
only one way to go, but it's opened up, so we'll be good to go Friday night. All right, we're going to take a break, open up the Zoom room. Thank you, Jeffrey. Aaron Irving will pop in. We'll see what kind of pumpkin spice stuff he's dug up. We'll be back.
Jennifer here from Trustmark Roofing, and I know you've heard me say that you can trust Trustmark, but I want you to know what that looks like in real life. A few years ago, we installed a beautiful new roof for an older woman who was recently widowed. She was an artist, and colors were really important to her. So when she said she didn't like the color of a brand new roof, we took that seriously. She had picked the color and signed off on it, but I just kept thinking, if she's going to walk into her house every day and be disappointed, then we're just going to redo it. So we did. We ripped that beautiful new roof off and replaced it with a slightly different color, and she was thrilled. Yes, it cost us quite a bit of money to make her happy, but I want you to know you can trust Trustmark to make it exactly right every time. If you have any roofing needs, call us at 575-755-ROOF or find us online at trustmarkroofpros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
Score big during the Touchdown Super Sale on now at Roswell Honda with a roster of MVPs waiting for you to drive them off the lot. Get a 2013 Honda Accord for just $279 a month, 2016 Kia Soul for just $259 a month, or a 2013 Chevy Cruze for just $149 a month. Get a smartwatch and a 12-pack just for stopping by, an official NFL football with a test drive, and a Big 5 gift card with purchase. And sign up to win a 65-inch smart TV to be given away October 1st at 1 p.m. The Touchdown Super Sale on now at Roswell Honda. 2177 West 2nd.
Attention farmers, contractors, dairymen, and ranchers. Get your consignments in early for the Bill Johnston Auctioneers Consignment Auction this Saturday morning, October 1st in Artesia. Call Mike today at 760-6195. This auction will be on Highway 285, just north of Artesia by the Old Cottonwood Winery. Bill Johnston Auctioneers Consignment Auction. Call Mike 760-6195 and get your consignments and listings in early for this Saturday, 9 a.m., Highway 285. Just north of Artesia.
Water, 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 water. Everyone drinks water. Water, 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 water. Artesia soft water. No one treats your water better than Artesia soft water. 1405 West Main, Artesia, New Mexico. 575-746-3822. And why? Water, 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 water. Everyone drinks water. Water, 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 water. Artesia soft water.
This is John.
Hey, my name is John Jackson.
He's not some actor. He's a steward of the land with a John Deere 3 Series tractor. John runs with us. Nothing runs like a Deere. Get a 3 Series tractor with 0% APR for 72 months at your John Deere dealer today. For additional cost information, please call toll-free 855-633-2316.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia or Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
PVT gives you a smarter home with PVT security and home automation, powered by Total Connect. Connecting with PVT allows you to protect, monitor, and control your home quickly, conveniently, and from anywhere that you have an internet-connected smart device. PVT's offices and technicians here in southeastern New Mexico provide peace of mind with a security or smart home solution for every budget. Call PVT today at 575-748-1241 or visit pvt.com. Make sure to ask us about our contract buyout program.
Mac Energy Company is working to develop today's energy with tomorrow's technology. Technological advances in recent years have presented new possibilities for exploration. We strive to utilize these advances and stay abreast of innovative technology to ensure that our company is a forerunner in the quest for energy for many years to come. But more importantly, Mac Energy Corporation is committed to being an advocate of the communities around us. We invest in community initiatives that focus on youth, education, and innovative projects that address local issues. To learn more about Mac Energy, our affiliates, and our commitment to our youth and communities, visit us at mec.com.
Hey, we're back on the Good Morning Artesia radio show, and Aaron is continuing with his theme of slideshows honoring our governor.
Yes.
And we're not going to talk about it, but people can definitely watch it online to see what your theme is this week. And it has to do with the governor and an accusation. Well, there was an accusation, and then there was a payoff.
Yes.
Or settlement.
Yes, and was there more than one?
I think there were a couple. I think you're right on that.
It seemed like there were a couple, so to
Yeah.
show that it's regular behavior.
Yeah, not abnormal. Kind of like the president of the United States wandering around, wondering how to get off the stage. All that kind of stuff. I had Jeffrey explain to me when you call a girl basic, because I didn't quite understand what that meant.
Okay.
Have you heard that term used to describe?
Basic?
Yeah. It's like a basic white girl. So when you say basic, that's what you're saying. Because there's a couple of these pumpkin spice jokes that I wasn't quite understanding why they were funny. And I had to have Jeffrey explain it to me. The girl I'm dating loves pumpkin spice lattes and Uggs. But she's honestly pretty odd. She literally can't even. I don't know. Is that funny?
Maybe for a math person. I don't know.
Let's see. What grows when you plant a pumpkin spice latte and water it with vodka?
A sorority.
That's right. I hope we didn't go to the same place.
We might have found the same spot, huh?
Yeah, I'll let you tell a few. I'll go find a couple of others. If you have a couple, or did you have a couple?
I've got a couple, yeah.
Okay.
How do you? And I might take yours. How do you cure someone with a pumpkin spice addiction?
How do you cure someone with the pumpkin spice addiction?
Yes.
Change all of their calendars to November?
No, apply the pumpkin patch.
The pumpkin patch.
Did you hear about the new pumpkin spice motor oil available at AutoZone?
No, I did not.
Yeah, it's for automobiles.
Automobiles?
Yes.
That's a good one. That's a good one. What do you get when you drop a pumpkin?
Pumpkin. If you drop a pumpkin.
Yeah.
Pumpkin shake?
Squash.
Squash.
Let's see, a sorority. That's actually kind of funny.
Yeah, that is.
Have you had your pumpkin spice this year yet?
I haven't yet. Usually my wife is on top of that. Pumpkin spice everything, but she hadn't really had time to get in the zone yet for pumpkin spice.
Your mom is so fat.
How fat is she?
If she were a Spice Girl, she'd be Pumpkin Spice. Let's see. I just came up with Trump's inauguration drink.
Oh, yeah?
Call it Make America Smashed Again. It's a White Russian with pumpkin spice. See, that's the problem with jokes like that. Everybody assumed that Trump was the Russian agent.
Uh-huh.
And we know that's wrong.
Biden's got more money from Russia than Trump has.
Yeah. So I just came up with Hunter's inauguration drink.
Oh, okay.
I call it Build Back Better Again. It's a White Russian with pumpkin spice. That makes more sense.
Yeah, yeah.
So, let's see. IPAs are just pumpkin spice lattes for white men. Let's see. This is getting ridiculous. Only 2 days into October, and now even COVID is pumpkin spiced. So, let's see. A yoga pants owner, an Uggs owner, and an iPhone order walks into a Starbucks. She orders a drink. Pumpkin spice latte. So anyway, It is the pumpkin spice season, so we'll have to.
It is.
Get ready for it. Do you have any more to brighten our day? Okay.
This isn't pumpkin spice, but there's a tree out there giving oxygen, and MLG owes that tree an apology.
Why is that?
Because it's giving out oxygen.
Oh. I don't get it.
Okay. Trees give oxygen. MLG is using oxygen, and it's a waste.
It's not a fair exchange.
That wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be.
It sounded good in your head.
It did.
Yeah.
It did. MLG is more disappointing than a cake without frosting.
Oh, that is disappointing. She's more yeah, that's terrible.
Or an oatmeal cookie when you thought it was chocolate chip.
Oh, I've done that, and sometimes they'll have raisins in it. And Lana,
oatmeal raisin where they look like chocolate chips, and you're going in for the bite, and no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's just. And so she's worse than that. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Worse than that.
Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. That's just terrible. Yep.
One more for you.
All right.
If being ugly was a crime, MLG would have a life sentence.
Now we're getting personal.
Election season. You can do that.
That's true. So, I'm still trying to recover from that green chili burrito that I ate earlier.
That sounded like quite the powerful breakfast food for you.
It tasted good, and then you get the heat around your lips and your tongue and your mouth, and you're like, everything you eat is just super hot. And then your lungs start to release phlegm you didn't know you had. And you
didn't take a big deep breath when you had it in front of your mouth, right? Because that would have just like burned your lungs.
That's right. I made sure to exhale. Or whatever Clinton said he did. So. Bill Clinton, by the way, folks. We're going way back.
You get the wrong connotations in there.
So. All right. Well, then let's see what the markets are doing. If you've got a moment to do that for us.
I suppose so.
Okay.
All right. This is Aaron Irving with LPL Financial, member of FINRA and the SIPC, bringing you your mid-morning stock market report for Tuesday, September 27th. Stocks rose today as the Dow Jones Industrial Average and S&P 500 bounced back from their lowest closing levels in nearly 2 years. The Dow advanced by 0.9%, while the S&P 500 gained 1.1%, and the NASDAQ Composite rose 1.6%. Treasury yields also came off their highs, boosting sentiment. The benchmark 10-year yield dipped nearly 5 basis points to 3.823%, while the yield on the 2-year Treasury also declined roughly 2 basis points. The British pound rebounded slightly after plunging to a record low against the dollar earlier yesterday. The sterling traded more than 1% higher at a 1.087 per dollar after hitting an all-time low of 1.0382. Chicago Federal Reserve President Charles Evans signaled some apprehension about the central bank raising rates too quickly to fight inflation, in contrast to a slew of Fed officials who recently reiterated a tough stance against rising prices. These moves comes after 5 straight days of losses for stocks, with the S&P 500 closing at its lowest level since 2020. The Dow dropped more than 300 points yesterday, putting it in a bear market after falling more than 20% below its record high. The 30-stock average also posted its lowest closing level since late 2020. Technical indicators show that the selling has been historic. According to Bespoke Investment Group, the 10-day advanced decline line for the S&P 500 has hit a record low, meaning the market breadth is at its worst level in at least 32 years. Consumer discretionary and information technology were among the leading sectors that outperformed during today's trading. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is currently up 54 points to 29,315. The S&P 500 is 15 points higher at 3,670, and the NASDAQ Composite is up 91 points to 10,894. West Texas Intermediate Crude is up $1.81 a barrel to $78.52. Stocks of local interest, HF Sinclair is up $2.87 a share to $50.58. Walmart is down 22 cents to $131.09 a share. EOG Resources is up $1.12 a share at $106.30. And Apple is $1.28 higher at $152.05 a share. This is Aaron Irving with Oakley and Irving Wealth Management, serving business owners and energy industry professionals in the Pecos Valley and beyond. Find us at oiwealth.com or at our offices in Artesia and Carlsbad. You can call us at 575-887-7075. All indices are unmanaged and may not be invested into directly. Securities are offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA, and the SIPC.
Okay, Aaron. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. I was having a conversation with Casey on the Sunshine Band. He's our IT guy. So we were getting all that squared away for Monday Night Football. I got to say it like Frank Gifford. I got to say Monday Night Football. Or I got to do my Howard Cosell.
There you go.
Tonight on the gridiron at J.C. Park, can the 5th graders and the 6th graders get hit and not cry? Tonight on Monday Night Football.
Very good.
All right. You have a good one, Aaron.
All right.
We're going to take a break, see what Sean Hannity has on his mind next.
Waking up on the right side. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
Now think about this. This is the White House press secretary acknowledging if it's a referendum on Biden and the Democrats and their leadership for almost 2 years, they lose. Because there's nobody that can call this program. If you have the answer, call. I'll put you right on the air. That can give me an answer. Where are we better off as a country because of these policies? They're a disaster. So now we're back to the old strategy, which is January 6th. Oh, we got another hearing this week. Here we go again. We didn't have enough hearings on January 6th. Where are the hearings on the 574 official riots that took place in the summer of 2020 that injured thousands of cops, that resulted in dozens of dead Americans and billions in property damage? Not a word about that.
From coast to coast, from sea to shining sea, it's the Sean Hannity Show.
You know, there's something about fall that makes me want my house to feel more like a home, right? Now, that's why my fall project is new custom window treatments from Blinds.com. Now, a fall home refresh doesn't need to be a hassle. Ordering online should not mean sacrificing style or service. And our friends at Blinds.com, they have a premium selection of blinds and shades and shutters and drapes. Shipping is always free. Go to Blinds.com right now. Save up to 40% off site-wide. Blinds.com. Save up to 40% off site-wide. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Powerful interests have kept this story under wraps for decades. JusticeForLiberty.org.
Israeli Defense Forces. I don't know why they call them defense, because they were attacking us.
There was no accident.
This attack went on for over 2 hours.
The life rafts were shot up.
Matter of fact, they committed some war crimes.
So they were planning on putting us down, and they came extremely close to that.
Please visit JusticeForLiberty.org and contribute whatever you can. Paid for by If Americans Knew.
Well, Rick Astley won't be at the Red Dirt Black Gold, although that would be kind of cool.
Would be.
Yeah. I don't know if everybody get Rick-rolled.
Yeah.
But Elizabeth's here, Red Dirt Black Gold this weekend. How are things going?
They're going.
Good.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
So it's coming up real soon.
Well, we took care of the weather for you.
Yeah, you did. I know. Thanks for that. Knock on wood. Can't say anything too loud, but yeah. Yeah, well, we did too by moving it to October. That was the goal.
That's right.
From August to October. So yeah, we were running around doing some stuff yesterday, and I said, well, if this is what it's going to be like on Saturday, I'm already excited that we moved the event. So yeah, Red Dirt Black Gold, Saturday, October 1st.
Right now, you're looking at 86 for the high.
Perfect.
54 for the low. And same thing on Sunday. So it's hot.
Yeah.
During the day, it's going to be in the
Cooler.
mid 80s, and at night, it's going to drop down into the 50s.
Yeah, I said this will be the first time I'm like, maybe I should bring a jacket to put in my car. Never had to think about that before.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, well, where do you want to start? Because there's so much that's going on.
There's so much that's going on. Well, we'll start with the music. Let's start there. So it is a free event, everything completely free. Of course, if you want to buy anything to eat or drink, of course, that is on you. But free concert downtown. We'll have the stage at the corner of Roselawn and Texas, right behind the Ocotillo Performing Arts Center, where the Heritage Plaza parking lot is. So we'll kick off the music at 5:30. Tel Runyon will be performing. And then right after him is Cody West. Going on at 6:30, 8 o'clock is Chad Cook Band. They're from Houston. And then our headliners go on at 10 p.m., Jason Boland and the Stragglers. So
You have it memorized. You've got it.
I've been saying it a few times. Yeah. I've been writing it down a few times.
That's right. So music, entertainment starts at 5:30 p.m. and it's going to go all the way till
about 11:30 midnight. Yep.
Okay. So at any point in time there, you can come out and enjoy the different.
That's right.
The music that's going to be.
We've got some other activities going on as well. So everything kicks off at 5:30. So we've got a cornhole tournament. You can walk up that day and pay. There's a link on our Facebook page and to the Scoreholio app. So if you have that app, you can go ahead and pre-register. It's $50 per team. So teams of 2.
Okay.
You can come out for that. And there's a pot of money you could win at the end. So make sure that you come and sign up or just show up that day. But the games will start at 5:30. I think they'll start registering people a little before that.
Where will the cornhole?
That's going to be on 4th Street. So everything's going to be right around Heritage Plaza. So you should be able to see it within your eyesight of where it is.
Okay.
We'll have a kids zone in the Heritage Walkway where the fountains are. So they'll be doing duck races and all kinds of fun activities and games. That's sponsored by the Artesia Public Library and the Friends of the Library.
Now I'm taking this as rubber duckies.
Yes, not
okay,
real duck.
not real.
You don't get to take a real duck home. You're welcome, Mom and Dad. But they will have goodies for you to take home.
Okay.
So.
Well, that'll be kind of neat because the water does flow through the.
It does.
Through the waterway
those
there.
kids get into it as well, so it's pretty fun to see.
Rubber ducky. Was that Bert and Ernie? Was that a Sesame Street song?
It was.
Okay. All right. I do remember that.
Yes, that was. Let's see what else. We also have our green chili cook-off, so you can come and get a plate and do a little tasting and see what there is to offer. There's all the way from green chili entree to, I think, green chili ice cream. So all kinds of stuff that you can taste. And then we'll have, of course, our food vendors out there. And the New Mexico Brew Fest is back. We're going to have Drylands Brewing from Lovington over here. So.
All right. Drylands. Well, that's appropriate. They do have one lake over there at Lovington. I don't know if you've seen it.
No.
It's in the shape of a football field.
Oh, yes, that's true. It's pretty good. Yeah.
We were over there Friday night looking at that, hoping that we didn't see any birds come,
Yeah, I know. Dive bombing into what they thought was the water.
Was the water of the last time I flew. I remember flying in from Dallas, and of course we've been in a drought for so long, and there's a certain line where the landscape goes from having green to the dirt,
brown,
the brown that we have, and the plane kind of passed over the Lovington area, and there it was. This is that a lake? Oh, that's
that's the football field.
So that's kind of cool. But so they're out of Lovington. The brewer so they're going to have different brews from around New Mexico, or what's their deal?
All over New Mexico. They'll have beer. I believe they're bringing sangria, a few other things for your non-beer drinkers. So it is 21 and up, of course, to be in the beer garden. $10 entry. And then you'll have your pick of what they're bringing, all kinds of stuff. So
okay, yeah. Now is that $10 every time you go in and out of the tent?
Just one time.
Just one time. So you'll get like an armband or something like that.
Yes, yeah, you can go in and out.
Come and go, but the beer or whatever beverage you buy,
cash or card.
Cash or card. Okay.
That's right.
Or as Jessica likes to say, vamoose.
Yeah.
Venmo, but I don't know that they do that. So that's fun. So you'll have different things you can try.
Yes, yeah.
So if you go get the food from the cook-off, can you bring the food into the beer garden? And
you'll have to do that separately based on our licensing, but should have plenty of time to enjoy. Yeah, should have plenty of time to enjoy. We'll have tables and tents and chairs set up for you to sit and enjoy your food with the family, and then you can go ahead and go on into the beer garden later.
Because you definitely cannot take
Nope.
the
No,
beverages that
yeah.
you acquire in the beer garden.
That's right.
Out of the beer
That's
garden.
right. No outside beverages or food inside the beer garden. You can't take anything from the beer garden out of the beer garden.
Gotcha. I just want to know the rules.
That's right. Yeah, we'll have them posted in case anybody has questions when they show up. But
That's great. The cook-off sounds kind of interesting because you have to make 50 items to sell.
Mm-hmm.
And so
50, enough for 50 plates.
50
Yeah.
plates, 50
Mhm.
plates to sell at $10 a plate, with the proceeds going to
Main Street.
To Main Street.
Mhm,
So
for Arts and Cultural District.
yeah, that'll be a nice
Yeah.
thing. Do you know who some of the folks are that have entered the cook-off?
HS Sinclair has a couple of teams, and there's a few other individual entries that are entering as well. So
Okay,
yeah.
still time to enter though.
Oh
right?
yeah, we do. Yeah, there's still time to enter. So if that sounds like something you are interested in,
Get signed up, and all this is on the. You can go to the website, Red Dirt Black Gold. You didn't eat one of those green chili burritos, did you?
no, you know what it is? It's the ragweed that is blowing around outside,
Is that right?
and it's driving my allergies nuts.
Yeah.
I even took allergy medicine this morning. So
Wow, Jessica brought us some wings, kitchen sink burritos with the hot chili.
that's probably what I need.
Well,
Believe
we
me.
ate ours, unfortunately, or fortunately, and we're still kind of recovering.
Kind of
from that,
recovering
too.
from that.
We did check our heart rates, and we did an ECG, and we're okay.
Oh, good. Woo.
And I found out that Jessica's heart rate was much higher than mine. So I don't know what she was having trouble dealing with it. Not me though.
Yeah.
So food vendors. Have we talked about the food vendors?
We are going to have several food vendors out there. I think we're almost to capacity. I mean, we have maybe
Okay.
a couple of slots left. So be sure. We've had some that said they're interested, but we haven't received everything back. So if you are a food truck or know a food truck and you're listening and you want to be a part of this event, make sure that you give us a call. Again, the information is on the website, Red Dirt Black Gold.
Well, and there's going to be a lot of people there because it's a little later in the year. It's a little cooler. The weather's going to be perfect.
That's right.
Great bands that are going to be performing. So there's going to be a lot of people roaming
There
around
are going to be a
downtown.
lot of people roaming around. And if you are coming, you're able to bring chairs. If you want to, set up your spot there, right there on Texas to watch the show, you're more than welcome to do that.
Yeah. Isn't that fitting that you have the street is named Texas?
I know, right? It's the perfect combination.
Combination
for this
with
Texas country concert.
A lot of this red dirt is out of Texas, so that's
right.
pretty cool. Sidewalk sales. Have you heard from some of the merchants?
Yeah, they are going to have specials on the day of, so make sure that you shop downtown. Of course, most of them will close by the time our event starts, so it's perfect. You can go walk around downtown, get all your shopping done, and then go ahead and pop on over to the plaza right when we start about 5:30.
Okay, so that'll be great.
Yeah.
Do we need to mention any sponsors or anything?
Yeah,
like that?
we're just so thankful for all of our sponsors who make it all possible. If I listed all of them, we'd be here for far too long, but we have well over 20 sponsors for this event. So we do want to give some shout outs to ConocoPhillips. They are our stage sponsor again this year, as well as EOG Resources and Santo Petroleum, our rig level sponsor. So, and everyone else that has, whether it's monetary or in kind, I mean, we get light towers donated, generators donated, I mean, all kinds of things, especially with equipment the way that it is right now. It's very, very huge that we're able to get those for this event to come out for the community.
That's right. So the big stage will be set up. When do you kind of start shutting things down to get
Friday.
set up? Friday.
Yeah, Friday
Okay.
evening. We got to roll the stage in. They get it set up, and then Saturday morning, those food trucks and all the cookers start rolling in, and we get everything set up. So the streets will be completely shut down Saturday morning.
Saturday morning, and then and like I said, the 5:30 or so is about when everything.
Yes,
really
5:30 is when the
kicks
music
off.
kicks off, and we try to make it as simple as possible. Everything starts at the same time. So cornhole, cook-off, kids zone, and the music 5:30 p.m. And of course,
5:30.
food vendors as well.
Food vendors. Well, that's great. So let's see. Anything else we need?
No,
to
if
cover?
anybody has any questions, they can give Main Street a call at 746-1117. Again, that website's reddirtblackgold.com, or you can follow us on Instagram at RDBG Artesia or Facebook at Red Dirt Black Gold.
Okay, look up those places.
That's right.
I think we're going to be there. Sean's going to be
Oh, yeah.
doing
You guys
his
will be-
thing for you. So
Perfect.
Matter of fact, he's supposed to be here in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, we're supposed to see him here.
Yeah,
huh?
he's going to come rolling in.
Yes.
I don't know what kind of a scene he makes when he comes in. He usually makes some kind of a scene. I'm here.
Yes, That's right.
Kind of thing. And
Yeah.
so we'll make sure that he's welcomed.
Yeah.
I should have saved some of that burrito and said, "Here, eat this."
Yeah, I know. Then we can talk.
You didn't judge any of that, did you?
I didn't. No.
Okay. Yeah. I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah, I think they didn't even ask me. They know I'm too much of a weenie. So yeah, I can't handle it.
Oh my gosh! So is this like the last big event for Main Street this year?
No, we have we have our Veterans Day
that's right.
ceremony November 11th, October 29th is Trick or Treat Main Street.
Now I should have known that.
Come on, Gene, free candy. Yeah. We I don't know what we did, but we bookended our October with our two biggest events. Red Dirt Black Gold October 1st and October 29th is Trick or Treat Main Street.
Trick or Treat Main Street.
From 5 to 7 downtown. We did send out some sponsor or requests for sponsorships for that event. So if you are, or you can donate candy, we have a box at the chamber. I need to bring you guys a box here at the radio station, and we'll have a box at the Main Street office. So, and it is out, folks. If you haven't been to Walmart or Finn's lately,
it's out.
It's out. So make sure you pick up an extra bag of candy during your grocery shopping over the next month or so. Come and drop it off. We need all the candy we can get.
I can assure you, folks, if you bring anything but Smarties, 100% of it will go to the Main Street thing.
That's right.
But if there's any Smarties out there, I can't guarantee
that they'll make a full bag to Main Street.
Some of them might fall out of the bag. You know, it got tore.
It happens.
Accidentally. It happens, and a few of the Smarties may
not make it to Main Street.
Yeah, you know, because it takes testing to make sure that broken bag is okay.
That one's sufficient.
Because you don't want to give a broken bag to the kids.
Yeah,
you know,
you're so giving. Yeah, so sacrificial of you.
Somebody's got to do it.
Somebody's got to do it, right? So yeah, Trick or Treat Main Street, and then Light Up Artesia is December 1st.
December 1st. So those are all coming up. But Red Dirt Black Gold, Saturday night, 5:30, downtown Artesia.
Yeah.
Be there or be embarrassed.
That's right. You need to come out.
That's right. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's it for the show today. Don't forget we have volleyball tonight from Roswell High around 6:45. This is KSVP Artesia. It's 10 o'clock.
Breaking news this hour from townhall.com.